Hello, welcome. We're playing D&D today.
It's
I'm
true.
your host, Jared.
Oh, what? This was Pretty Princess.
I'm not your host, Jared.
Well, we have Nathan playing D&D, Lauren playing Pretty Princess, Jared playing D&D, and Jared hosting D&D. We are a interesting cast of people here, I guess. But you're here for D&D and for prizes. We do have prizes. We're giving away some wonderful, beautiful, shiny
Jewelry?
dice.
Oh, those are pretty.
You could mount them on a ring or a necklace if you wish.
Mhm.
They could become
You could be the
jewelry.
prettiest princess.
Oh. In order to win these, you just have to type !ticket or !enter into chat. It should tell you that you're in. If not, we'll double check. We will be doing the drawing at the end of the show. So you'll hear us a few more times throughout the show saying, hey, make sure you enter because we want to give these away. And one of you will take them home, or we'll actually send them to you because you're not here. So yeah, !enter. You can enter. Gobshite just got denied because he's trying to get too many tickets. Just do what he did, and you should be good. If it doesn't yell at you, apparently it's only yelling at people today. It's not confirming. You should be good. You can do it again, get yelled at, whatever. Yeah, other than that, let's see. Any announcements, anything fun that we didn't go over in our little spots about our sponsors?
Oh.
I think we did it all. But also, if you haven't checked out the new Blacksmith Craft Dice / Heimdall dice, it's like Heimdall.
Heimdall.
It's Heimdall, but there's an R at the end.
It's not
It's
pronounced.
the original
So it's like
Norwegian.
Hamdala.
It's like Heimdall. How you doing?
Exactly.
They
that.
have some amazing new sets that are like dragon scales and beautissimus. So you should definitely, if you were already intrigued by them, you should be like, oh,
Yeah.
watch my intrigue rise.
Yeah. There's a bunch that I want. So I need to open a line of communication with our sponsor here.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm on your show, so
I'm a Jared from the show with two Jareds on it.
Also, the new
Dice
ones are slightly bigger.
Oh,
Mhm.
They're 20 something like 23 millimeters versus the other ones which were 20. So
Yeah, they big.
plus,
you
so
get
when you
more
whip them
metal.
at someone,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've moved away from where Jared lives, because I don't want dice thrown at me when I kill his character today. I mean, with that,
you can't kill
let's.
Thadric.
I can't kill Thadric. Thadric is unkillable. It was
Wait,
part of your contract.
how often have you literally said, "I'm just a dude"?
Yeah, but I'm still alive.
Oh. Did we take off Boop the DM snoot? I was wondering if you were gonna boop your own snoot today.
We can put it back in if you need me to just like touch my nose, but that's just awkward.
I need you to
You
pick
can
up
let
a
the
dog.
dogs to boop your snoot.
Too much thinking. Not enough dungeon mastering.
That's
But there are a limited selection today. You can still have Nathan eat his veggies. You can have the dogs eat some snacks as well. Booping snoots is disabled currently as there isn't a second person to boop a snoot easily. So we'll come up with more stuff to spend your TikTok points on.
And I don't think it's Lucas Martinez. That wasn't an actual.
doesn't count.
Doesn't count. That one didn't count. That's not the redemption. That's just him trying to trick me.
That's him trying to trick you.
It has worked before.
It has
I mean,
worked
yeah, if you fall for it, that's on your own.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing that.
So, sorry, we said on my own. Okay.
Okay,
It's
well,
later now.
let's dive into some of the story here. We'll catch you up to where we're at, and I guess if Lauren feels like it, she'll provide backing tracks.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Only if it's from music theater, though.
Oh, okay. Well, in the wake of the destruction upon the town that was once run fully on steam, the city was covered in a dense, damp, humid fog. In a last-ditch effort, the party tried to defend against an army of undead that was chasing them to the wizard's tower. Now, the party did have a little help from a unicorn and a panther. And with a little bit of fighting and a little bit of guarding from those two beasts, there was a wall of undead building up, temporarily protecting the group as they entered the wizard's tower. Now, the wizard's tower wasn't the safe haven that they were expecting it to be, nor did they expect a safe haven in this treacherous environment. But they were able to come upon some information and a spot to potentially help rid the power from Keth, or the Chronomancer that has been chasing them down. The whole day prior, however, Valari's wild magic had been surging, potentially due to the high emotions, or potentially due to all of the chaos and energy surrounding them. Having nearly killed herself and the party, she decided it was time for her to take action. Valari was able to summon a portal with the help of one of the shards of power and return to what she hoped and believed to be her home plane. Now, as she'd stepped through the portal, a whole host of unicorns had appeared with her to defend the town that she stepped into, killing the orcs that were presumably part of one of the Keth's invasion plan. The portal closed, and the remaining party of Garth, Ari, and Thadric were left atop this mage tower. Now, the mage tower was old and rickety and mostly standing. The army of undead was starting to break through the wall, and as they looked through the mist and fog, a figure rose up over the seawall or the cliff that once held some of the prominent buildings that are now sunken into the sea. The bodies that were piling up were starting to topple over, and the two guardians, the unicorn and the panther, were struggling to defend and keep the dead at bay. And as this being that flew up and across the top of the battle got closer and closer, with a small flick of his wrist, the wall of undead blasted up into the air, and the party could see a unicorn and a panther among the flying bodies. And the undead army began walking towards the tower, the being floating above them as if leading this undead army. As the being got closer and closer, the party could make out that there was at least 4 to 6 arms on this creature, which led them to believe it was the big, bad evil that they were trying to rid the world of. And as the being got closer and closer, small portals popped up around it as the power started interacting from the being to the shards that remained with them. There was crackling and zapping of a few of the portals, and as the hordes of undead began banging on the door at the bottom of the tower, and the being was only a couple 100 feet away, there was a crackling much louder than any of the other portals behind them. And in this crackling, a small voice was heard. Hey! 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 Is that Garth? Ari? Is that you?
Yeah?
Do my eyes deceive me?
No? I mean, yes, it's us. No, your eyes don't deceive you.
And as you turn around to see the voice, instead of a portal, it's almost a electrical tear, a shift in the world back behind you about 20 feet. Out steps a small boy with a rope tied around his waist. A big huff and puff, and he looks around and his cape flows in behind him. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. I was following TikTok for a while, and then I got kicked into this portal when we were fighting, and there's some stuff in here that you might be able to use to defeat that. And he points, and as he points, Up over your shoulder, you see a glowing orange ball of flame building in front of the beast, the creature, the big bad evil coming your direction. I don't think you have much time, and where are we? And he looks around.
Those sentences are contradictory. Let's go.
Well, grab the rope. Hold on to the rope as you go in. You'll understand. You'll understand. Trust me.
Ari grabs the rope.
Good
to see you, by the way.
What was that?
I said, good to see you, by the way.
Good to see you too. And Barth puts his little hand up to give a high five as you walk past. He kind of steadies the rope a little bit, and the electrical tear that looks somewhat like a portal opens up with a bright light as you step closer to it.
Well, I guess we just go into this random rift in space and time now.
You better quick because I can start feeling that heat. And he points again, and the room is starting to glow orange as the ball of flame gets larger and larger, building in front of.
Thadric, are you coming?
I mean, why not? Why would I want to be somewhere I was gonna be?
Yes. Why stay in one place for long at all, right?
This episode brought to you by the Facebook portal. Be wherever else you're not. Just kidding. So as you step into the portal, there's a pulling sensation that seems to draw you along this rope, and the bright white starts turning into purple and black clouds that seem to be a mist-like quality that is within reach but just out of reach. As you reach out to see like what they are, they just seem to be out of your fingertip range by an inch or two. So almost giving you enough space, but not encompassing you fully. What seems like a matter of seconds to hours, you're not quite sure. A bit of flooring starts appearing ahead, and you see the rope tied to a leg of a table. And as you're holding onto the rope, it seems to be like the rope is shrinking to pull you back. You're not even having to walk or pull or any sensation like that. You don't have any feeling of hard surface under your feet yet until you get pulled down onto this old stonework. Each of you, in the order that you entered, with Barth coming in behind, a bit of flame kind of licking the end of his cape as he lands next to all of you. He bends over and takes a big breath. This is the library. And as he points, you look around and you see that there's a few bookshelves, a large main table in the center, but the ceiling and walls seem to have been blown off of this building. And it seems to be floating in space, more or less. And the space is made up of these black and purple clouds glowing and crackling and sparkling around. And Barth stands up briefly and goes, I thought we were going to be toast there, but thanks for jumping in on time.
Yes, well, I usually like to talk things through. So, but a giant will look to be level higher than I've ever cast a spell before. I believe it was a fireball. I don't know. I never learned that one. Wishing I had.
It looked like a sun.
It was fire, and it was in the shape of a ball, so I think that's probably fair.
Well, yes, but have you ever seen me cast firebolt?
Yeah, it's like a bolt.
Yeah.
This is a ball. Anyway,
So
Sarth, how'd you find this place?
So like I said, when TikTok and I were fighting some guy with a bunch of arms, I went to stab at him and I got sucked into this weird portal.
And you've been stuck here?
Oh yeah, I mean it seems like days or weeks, I don't know.
Is there a kitchen? Have you eaten? Are you getting sleep?
He points, and on the end of this large table where there's a bunch of books open, there seems to be the last remaining pieces of rations that he had been eating, a water skin that looked quite empty, and a little sleeping bag underneath the table. That's where I've been for a few days or something.
Has there been a librarian through here, ghostly fellow?
No, but I did hear they're one of those. And he points back in the direction that you all had come through. There's tiny tears that look very similar to the one you had entered, flickering in and out and staying for just a moment. And you hear voices and sounds coming through each. I did put my ear up to one of them, and I heard you guys talking to the librarian. And TikTok's alive?
TikTok's soul continues.
Yeah, that.
Okay, because all I could see is a book. I was sitting on a shelf or something wherever that tear was. So I didn't know where he went.
He's in a sword,
Yeah.
but it's with family. So
He's got a brother.
Nick.
Can I have a TikTok sword?
We
I don't
all
have
wish we
any more.
could. Yeah, we had the one, gave it to the brother so they could be
Hold
reunited.
on. Hold on. I mean, there's like 7 TikToks, right? So,
That's true.
in theory,
Okay,
Still
how
possible.
do I
Yes.
get a TikTok sword?
I'm pretty sure you just have to kill a TikTok and trap his soul in a soul.
No.
Yeah, see,
no,
that's the thing.
No,
I didn't think you'd want to.
I don't want to kill him.
What seems to have happened is, remember when you fought Keth? Pretty sure
Uh-huh.
Keth somehow like absorbed TikTok and like pushed his soul out at that moment. And while his soul was out, it like came upon this sword. And then Ari found the sword in the library.
Am I in a sword?
No, you're in a
But
library.
you're also in a library.
But yes.
Okay. Well,
You- Hey, what happened to that hellhound, my dude?
he was fighting with TikTok. Maybe they rolled off into the sunset. I don't know. But he was on top of a mountain. He was happy. He ate a snowman.
Was the snowman alive?
No, I built him, and I was like,
okay,
"Look, a
cool.
snowman!" And then
I didn't
he-
know if you were fighting horrible snowmen.
Wait, those exist?
Don't know. That would have been a new thing for me
Oh.
too.
They do.
I think I'm gonna stay here, cause the books aren't eating me.
Yes, that's true.
you've not opened the right books.
Wait. There's books that eat.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
Well,
I feel like I've almost been killed in here at least twice.
Wait, in here already?
I mean, in the library.
Oh well, I can't read half of these things. I don't know how to read very well. But there's a weird door back there. And then I think I read something over here. And he grabs a book. There, this is the in-between of all of the planets, and all of the planets exist together. Here's a book. And he holds the book outright to the group.
Oh, interesting. I happily accept this book and begin perusing it.
As you peruse the book, you realize that between each of the planes, there exists a very thin layer that is interconnected, almost like the planes are floated in a fluid so they don't bump into one another, and that fluid is almost where you are here. There's no description of what this interplanar existence is, other than when you're able to enter it, there's only one way out, and it's the planes at the very end. They call it the Hall of Mirrors. And there's a big drawing of a ornate building, tall with stained glass windows. It's got a little bit of a building plan, and as you flip through, you realize what you're standing on, what's remaining here, is only the central core piece, with the one hallway you can see in the direction that Barth had pointed, that seems to be the direction to the Hall of Mirrors. And as you're looking around, a chunk of rock from the floor kind of breaks off and floats off into space. not near enough to you, maybe 40, 50 feet out, but it does show that this place is decaying at some fairly quick state.
Oh, good. A time crunch. But this place seems to be falling apart just slowly.
Okay, what were the doors? Let's get this over with.
So there's a funny figurine back there, some creature with 8 tentacles.
On its face?
No, 8 tentacles like under its chin or something, but it doesn't have a body. I don't know what this is.
Is it one giant eyeball?
No, it's got a floppy piece on its head. It's got tentacles.
Is
I
that
don't
just an
know.
octopus?
Is it an octopus?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's that?
Well, why don't you take us there
Okay.
and then get to safety? Because I kind of feel bad that this poor child has been left in a decaying building in the out of time zone.
Do you have any food I could have? I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah. I pull out some rations from my
Oh,
pouch.
thank you.
Give him-
Thank you.
And as he's digging into the food a bit, so you see back there, there's that glowing light.
Oh, this is so good. Chicken? That glowing light, there's the statue, and each of its tentacles, it's got a little I guess stone or something. It's too tall for me to get up to, and then there's 8 holes underneath it that look like you have to put something in it. I don't know. It's so confusing. I tried throwing a book at it and nothing happened. So,
Yes. It's a puzzle.
I don't like math.
Me neither.
I'm gonna go. Like you said, I'm gonna go try and figure out how to be safe. I think I saw a pretty little town that had a candy shop in it. In one of those portals. So I'm gonna go do that. Be careful.
Okay. No, you be careful.
Oh, I've jumped through a few of those.
And he points, and there's a bunch of different ropes that are tied to the leg of the table. A few of them are singed. One seems to be sliced up.
Some of them aren't very safe, but I'll try and pick a good one this time.
Should we have him take a shard?
Well, maybe later. Maybe we can leave one here. Okay, cool. We'll take care of this thing. You just be safe. Get back to us
Oh,
when
okay.
you. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, have fun with your math puzzle thing.
Yeah, have fun with your candy. If you can bring me back some sort of like a.
Wait, are those the two options, math or candy?
I want some licorice.
Okay, just put it in order. I feel like we should handle.
Okay, fine.
Truffles? I haven't had a good truffle in like forever.
Again, like just a good chocolate of some kind.
Mhm.
Would be great.
Chocolate, licorice. Okay.
I hand him a couple
Not chocolate licorice. Though.
silver.
Oh, slow down, Garth. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Do you want
Maybe
chocolate
licorice? Why not?
I don't.
Because
Want
licorice is kind of gross.
Can I
Yes.
get if you give me a gold, I could probably get one of everything.
Give the man a gold.
We don't
gave
need
him-
one of everything. I gave him some silver.
Okay,
I
thank
give him
you.
gold secretly. Be
You
like,
give
don't
him a
spend it all
gold
in one place,
secretly.
little dude.
You want me to hit the meat shop across the street? Cause I can get some like good steak or something.
Chocolate steak. Do it.
Perfect.
And he goes running up, and you see him standing there watching.
Maybe
the-
some bacon.
Bacon? Chocolate bacon?
Yes.
He leans back over his shoulder and waves, and you see him watching the fluttering of these electrical tears in space. And then he crouches down and jumps and just dives through one, and you hear a zapping, and the tear gets large and then shrinks back up, and a bit of rock where he was standing breaks off and flutters out into space.
But he jumped right in time.
Yeah, okay, let's do this puzzle.
All right. Looking for an octopus with some sort of stones. Seems like we've got to put them in. I'm guessing in a specific order. Let's see.
So as you walk up to this statue, it indeed is an octopus. Each of its tentacles is outstretched, and in each of them seems to be a small cube of material. And as you get closer, you hear a voice in the back of your head. Adventurers, I have but one thing for you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
8 keys I have. 8 keys you need. 8 keys I would give you. Oh, yes, indeed. The secret, the challenge, is in the asking order. Until then, I sit here, the happiest hoarder. This one, you'll pick as the third from the last, an object through which your gaze can be passed. Your first choice must be a metal most fine. To follow, a rock of great shine. Your last selection will come from a reef. But before him, pick that which bore a leaf. Your third choice must match the metal its runner would win. And then to follow that, just pick the last of its kin. That does it, I promise. Those are all my clues. It excites me to wonder which order you'll choose. And players, this is what I sent over Discord if you wish to
Mm-hmm.
read it.
Okay.
Now, as you're thinking that over, what you see in the octopus's tentacles
Mm-hmm.
are small cubes, one of steel, one of wood, one of coral, one of gold, one of diamond, one of stone, one of bronze, and one of glass. And as you're looking that over, I will read through it a little bit faster once more for those listening and watching. The riddle goes, 8 keys I have, 8 keys you need, 8 keys I would give you, oh yes indeed. The secret, the challenge, is asking in order. Until then I sit, the happiest hoarder. This one you'll pick is the third from last, an object which your gaze can be passed. Your first choice must be a metal most fine, and to follow, a rock of great shine. Your last selection will come from a reef, but before him, pick that which once bore a leaf. Third must match the metal its runner would win. To follow, just pick the last of its kin. That does it, I promise. These are all my clues. It excites me to wonder which order you'll choose.
Can you repeat the objects again?
Yeah, the objects are all cubes of steel, wood, coral, gold, diamond, stone, bronze, and glass. Now, as you're looking across these cubes and hearing the voice in the back of each of your heads, there seems to be a shine across the face of this rock. The marble is in great condition, and the shine almost looks not as if a light source had hit it, but as if this thing is living and moving. And you could have sworn that you might have seen a couple of the tentacles curl just a little bit around each of the items as you looked at them. Now, the request is, what order do you ask for them?
So we're thinking gold,
Working it out.
Well,
diamond, bronze.
hold on just a second, because I don't know if gold would be first or if steel would be first.
Steel's gonna be metal most fine.
Which would be first, yes?
First choice must be metal most fine. Yeah. Right?
Why is steel most fine?
Because it's metal. Nothing else here is metal. Well, bronze is, except bronze goes to the third place runner.
What
Makes
is
sense.
gold? No. Gold's not metal?
Well, gold's technically a rock. Mineral. I don't know.
Yes, I thought of it as a mineral. But I would think that gold would be like bronze. If we're looking at it in terms of metals in a race. Because it says, third match the metal its runner would win. To follow,
Right.
just pick the last of his kin.
Right, and silver's not an option,
Yes.
right? So
So-
then it would have to be.
Honestly, to me, the only hiccup
It's fine.
is is 1 and 5. No, 1 and 4. Is my only hiccup. So third from the last. Would we consider that? Okay, if you're third from last, you're the 6th spot, right?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if
Yes.
we...
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're third from last, you are the number 6 spot. In which case, that is glass. Are we agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The secret. Okay, where does it start? This one you'll pick as the third from last, an object through which your gaze can be passed. So spot number 6 would be glass. We asked for glass in the 6th ask. Your first choice must be a metal most fine. I thought steel. Steel blade has a very fine edge to it. Yes, you can make the finest of edges on a steel blade because you can cut with a steel blade, unlike with some gold. I would think. Thadric, you two are the metal workers, but that is my thought.
I am going to interrupt here briefly. I have not placed the riddle into the Discord yet for everyone else, but I will. So if you're on our Discord, here's a fun little thing. You can join our Discord below on Twitch. I will be tossing this into the Story Cask Room channel. So go to the Story Cask Room and you can see the riddle, and I will post the list of metals that are seen as well.
So my hard because Dad.
Yes, but if Thad knows anything, it's metal.
Yeah.
If
I
you
still
need
feel
to,
like
You
I
can
feel
roll on.
pretty solid that the metal most fine is steel, just based on the race running reference.
So, for the moment, before we start rolling for anything, let's at least work on the rest. So, we think that number 1 may be steel. The only other option there, though, is gold. Are we agreed?
Yes,
Okay. So that is
I put-
metal most
I
fine.
put Thad's thinking in the Discord or
In the Discord. Okay.
the Twitch
Or
chat.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing is,
I
and to
think it's
follow
diamond.
a rock of great shine. Yes, I would go number 2, diamond.
I would too.
Diamond being a rock of great shine.
Except Sarton went out of his way to point out that the marble is shiny.
Oh, the stone is marble?
The stone holding the octopus itself is made out of marble.
Ah.
But
There is no marble in this.
the stone, can you describe the stone that we see?
The stone is a very, very evenly cut porous nature, something that you would find in a common like stone at the edge of a lake. Nothing
Okay.
fancy about it.
So in that
Yeah.
case,
Steel, diamond,
steel
Yeah.
diamond.
bronze, gold.
Well, I'm just going through the order of your last selection. So number 8 will come from a reef. That is coral. Before him, pick that once for a leaf. That is wood. Third, 3 spot. Match the metal its runner would win. That is bronze. To follow, just pick the last of his kin. That is gold, because it is a metal. And the last remaining spot is the number 5 spot, which would be the rock, the stone.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's no clue there.
There is no clue for number 5, so that would be the only remaining. Hey, Lindsay's here, and she's been digging up marble.
Is that like grabbing some mane?
Dig some marble, yo!
All right.
So, are we agreed that steel could be the most fine?
get
I
the
mean,
logic there.
Yeah, yes, but only because of the race clue. Because normally I would say gold is the finest metal.
Yes.
Gold is what I had.
It is the finest in terms of class.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, then I guess the same thing could apply. If gold went into one, then steel would be the last metal.
That is the thing.
available.
It is still a metal. So it is, how are we defining the word fine? I totally understand the idea of gold.
Okay, so let me push this. Let me push this.
All right,
Because
push it, my man.
obviously,
Avi.
we know about metals.
Yes.
Bronze and steel are not naturally occurring, but are mixes of different metals. And gold is naturally occurring, so therefore it's kin. They could be kin, bronze and steel that way. Metallurgic kin.
Ah, yes.
Ari would like to roll. I'd like to roll a history check to see Ari's understanding of how fine steel is considered versus gold.
Oh, they fine.
Okay.
It's not gonna be great. What would that be?
You said history?
Well, I'm wondering if it would be history because I have like smithing.
Well, if you wanted to roll history as you called it out, we can.
Well, history would be a 3.
Okay.
Your history's a -1? Wow.
Yeah.
Now, as you recall on thinking through history, you remember your grandfather talking to you about various things as he taught you, and you remember there was one time he talked about rocks and metals and stones and how they exist in nature, but you do remember nodding off to a lot of what he was talking about at that point because it became incredibly long-winded. So you don't recall what you learned there.
I mean, with Thadric's thought there, I could definitely see that
I
gold
mean, it's
would,
definitely Ari's thought. Like
well, you had the thought about
she
the,
led me. She led me there.
I thought gold would be first. It's the finest.
And I didn't think about the stones being, or the metals being kin.
Well then, I guess we ask for gold first and then see if it kills us.
Maybe we die. Who knows?
So, hey, Mr. Octopus.
Are you ready to ask for the keys?
I think as ready as we could get. Yes.
Well, just know there is severe punishment for the wrong order.
I'll go for. I'll
Wait. Just out of curiosity, what's the punishment?
Well, depends on how badly you mess up.
Fair. And we don't get to know until we give you the full order, right?
Well,
You'll know when
conversely,
you-
Mr. Octopus Man, could we have like maybe 10 hours to take a nap?
This gate will sit here as long as you wish, but I fear I may fall into the abyss without too long.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the abyss.
Gold, please.
And
As you say gold, please, the tentacle holding the gold cube outstretches in front of you and holds it in a manner as if to drop in your hand.
I put my hands out as if to receive.
The small 2-inch by 2-inch cube of gold drops into your hand. It's got a weightiness to it. 100% real gold, as you assume to have. He says in the back of only Ari's mind, "All right, you have passed this one. You may place it below.
I place it below.
Now, there's the 8 cutouts of cubes. You may place it in any of the cubes that you wish. Your choice, and see what happens.
Okay, guys. He said to place it in a cube. Would you think left to right?
Yes, the number 1
Great.
spot.
I'll go put it in the number 1. Number 1 spot.
As you place it into the number 1 spot, it slides in, kind of clicks as if it was made specifically for this one very spot. It's flush with the rest of the little metal plating there, to the point where you don't think you'd even get a knife back in to pull it out. It fits so perfectly. Now, before we go with any more answers here, just a reminder, we are doing a giveaway now that a few more people have shown up. Exclamation point ticket or exclamation point enter. It's not confirming that you've entered, so as long as it doesn't yell at you, you should be good, but do it multiple times so that way it yells at you so you know you're in. We're giving away some metal dice, and those will be drawn at the end of the show. You don't have to be here for it to win, and all of our cast is entered, so none of them will win, but one of the viewers will. All right, now, you've gotten one of the 8.
Diamond next,
Diamond.
please.
Garth, as you had said, diamond, immediately the tentacle with diamond outstretches and as if hangs in space right in front of you to drop it into your hand.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, so if this goes totally wrong, I just realized, what if part of the riddle is ask for them in this order, but then put them down here like this?
What?
So ask them in the order of, for example, I do this as I'm putting it. I think the diamond goes in the number 2 spot, so I'll put the diamond in the number 2 spot.
In the back of your mind, you also hear the same thing, Garth. You have passed this one.
I'm like, so we may be passing. It's true, but let's just go.
Complicate it.
Well, I'm just saying, if it goes wrong, I've got an idea. But we'll keep on this course because we've already started this course.
Thad, you want bronze?
Yeah. Do it. Dad reaches out, Mr. Octopus Man. I would enjoy the bronze.
Bronze it is. The tentacle reaches out to you as well with the bronze cube.
How quality is this bronze? Just curious for reasons.
It is of a very fine quality, and as you've worked with metal, you notice that there's only a few small bits of tarnish on it, but there's really nothing wrong with the metal in and of itself.
Okay. I'll
grab the gold and the diamond.
I'll place it in the 3rd slot from the
All right.
left.
In the back of your mind, you two here, you have passed this one.
We did it.
Steel next. Steel, please.
The tentacle reaches out to you, Ari, and drops it in your hands.
I put it in the next, the 4th spot.
The 4th spot, and you two get congratulated that you've passed this round. There are 4 more stones left. And so the stone comes out to you, Garth, and drops into your hands. And is you're placing it in order, I assume?
Yes, I placed it in number 5.
All right. You hear congratulations in the back of your mind.
Okay.
Dad, that's for class.
I mean, I don't want to break it. Octopus, dude.
Yes.
I would like to see your glass.
Well, here's the glass. And he reaches out with that tentacle.
Is that weird?
A little
Dropped
weird.
into your hand.
That was a little weird.
Well, I'm just asking about his glass.
There it is. There it is.
I will take the wood cube, please.
As the wood cube is reached out and placed into your hands, the octopus says to the back of your mind, Ari, you have passed this round, and congratulations to Penguin Witch Doctor.
Was there a penguin cube?
No, why?
No reason.
That's true. Penguin's now the hype boss.
Like, boss?
Penguin Witch Doctor, the hype boss. Do let us know who gets that free Nat 20 on stream. And for the final cube, oh yeah, it was wood that was given next, correct?
Yep, and I put it in.
Perfect. All right.
Coral.
Coral comes out and drops right into your hands there, Garth. And in the back of each of your minds, as Garth is placing the coral into the last cube slot, you all hear, I almost had you. Congratulations. The barrier will open. And back behind the octopus, there was a large stone wall that seemed to be a dead end. That stone just crumbles away and falls into the abyss, and the rest of the hall continues on. But as the stone falls away, you notice that there's glimmers around this hallway, as if there was a hallway once before, and it's leaving like ethereal traces. So while the pathway is missing bits and pieces along the sides, you do notice that this was a hallway intended for this very purpose. Now, it seems there's a room or a platform, at least, about 50, 60 feet down the next stretch. And then past that, there seems to be a few more bits of hallway. A doorway or something blocks the rest there.
Bosu was down there.
Bet it's another octopus.
Could be a squid. I mean, it is.
Why was
next
an
level.
octopus in the tower? Or, I mean, in the library.
I mean, it's an octopus statue.
Yeah, but like, no octopuses are gonna see it here.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant for octopuses to enjoy. Octopuses know what they look like. Most people haven't seen it. Look, Bath didn't even know what an octopus was.
But then you should go to like a zoo.
Or like school.
As you're walking down this hallway and talking, can I get a perception check from each of you?
You can. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it.
I
Thank
will
you.
do it one time.
One and only once.
20.
The exact opposite.
6.
26 and 1, huh?
Thinking about octopuses.
All right. As the conversation continues between Garth and Thadric, Ari catches sight over her shoulder as she's kind of looking around and sees the octopus statue crumble away and then turn into a statue of a different creature that she can't quite make out from this side. But it seems the test has reset itself for the next one passing. And as she notices that, the wall that crumbled to let them through builds back up and blocks her view from the library behind.
Well, no turning back now.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Walk forward.
Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in, Linz.
Good night, Lindsay.
Have fun digging.
I was going to say, man, Lindsay, you retired already?
She
You
did.
just got there.
She ran off to Portugal, did some digs, and then retired. I don't know what she found, but she's not on the show right now.
Must have been good. She can retire off of it.
Hidden stash of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well. All right. So the wall builds back up, and as you're walking through, Ari notices you're about halfway between where the wall was and the platform ahead that seems to be filled with a couple other small tables and chairs, but no books or anything are seen. No bookshelves, nothing sitting on the tables at the moment.
So they're empty chairs and empty tables?
Empty chairs, empty tables, nothing around them.
I told you if you gave me music theater, I would make it a quote. Great. I'd like to go take a seat at the table.
There are 2 tables, one that has 3 chairs at it and one that has 6 chairs at it, but they're the same table. The table that has 3 chairs at it has what seems to be remains of a couple chairs that have fallen apart in a few of the spots. There's no head seat at either of these tables. They're a bit oblong, and there's 3 chairs on each side.
I'll go sit at the one with 3.
Cool.
I mean,
We're just waiting here?
there are like 3 of us. 3 of chairs.
That's what I said. Well, I thought. I said to myself.
Just gonna sit in a... You should...
Yeah, just come over chair.
All right, I go sit next to Ari.
All right. And then the 3rd chair is on the opposite side. So we have Garth and Ari sitting next to each other, and then if Thadric wants to join there, he may.
Yeah, I'll
As-
sit down across from them, getting interviewed or fired or whatever the situation
Whatever
is.
it may be. As you sit down, the table seems quite old. The wood is a little bit beaten up. On the top of the table, there's some scratches and scuffs that look like to be as if someone was trying to write something into the table, more or less like a youngster would on a desk, just carving their name, some initials. There's a few little diagrams off to the side, and then there's a bunch of different languages. Seems to be that there's a language that none of you at the table understand. It seems to be a very old dialect, somewhat similar to almost a cross between a more demonic tongue and a more heavenly tongue. You see a little bit of celestial markings in it, but then there's a various multitude of other things that you would see as potentially something coming from like a demon script or a demon language.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Never read this script before. It's angelic and demonic at the same time. At least the markings imply such.
Paradoxical.
Indeed.
I read that book in a library. It's a new one. Anyways, nothing seems to be like stirring.
No, nothing's moving on the table, nothing around the table. It's fairly quiet. You hear some rocks kind of break in the distance back where you'd come from, and see a bit of some of the library that you'd entered break away and float off into this ethereal space. Now, across from where you had entered, this platform is only about 40 by 40 foot wide. Across from where you entered in the one pathway, there's a metal gate, and it seems that there's a small pedestal in front of that metal gate that leads down a hallway. You can kind of see through this metal gate and around it a little bit because the walls have been broken apart enough. And you see down that hallway, there seems to be a large wooden barrier about 40 or 50 feet further. And behind that, it seems like there might be something else, but you can't get a good glimpse at what that barrier is.
Ooh, more gates.
You said there was another table?
Yeah, there's a second table that is of the same size, but all 6 chairs are still intact.
I want to go sit at that table and just see.
As you sit down, the table has some scratching in it as well, but the table and the chairs themselves seem a bit newer, as if they had either been placed there or hadn't suffered the same wear that the first table had. And when you sit down, the table legs wobble just a little bit, as if the table might not have been put together or fastened well enough. So it too might fall apart soon, like some of the chairs across the way.
I'm gonna walk over to the gold gate, bronze gate,
Okay.
water gate.
As you begin walking that way, I need each of you to make a perception check, please.
Ah,
What are the odds I roll a 1 again?
Nat 20, 25 perception.
25 perception. All right. Did we seriously get a 1 there for Jared? And a
No,
4?
I got a 21.
All right, 21 and a 4 for Garth. All right, so Patrick, as you're sitting down at the table and the table wobbles a bit, you notice that the table seems to wobble and then like steady itself. the legs of the table kind of pull up underneath, and it stands a little sturdier. Ari hears extra scraping as if multiple chairs or items had moved, and she's able to stop and turn around and see what was going on. Garth continues to walk forward as he doesn't notice any of this going on. The table itself seems to be moving a little bit.
I draw my sword. I run to the table and slam down, aiming for the center.
All right. Please roll to hit.
That'll be a 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That does hit this table. Please
Okay.
roll for damage.
I do 14 points of damage to this table.
14 points of damage. All right. And as you hit the table, it grabs onto your sword and kind of sticks. Like when you hit the wood, how it kind of
Mhm.
places in, the wood comes up a little bit onto the sword and like grabs onto it. And as you've leaned into the table a little bit, it starts kind of morphing out to grab at your thighs as you're up near it, and your hands as you've come down onto the table a bit. So the sword is fully caught into this table, and it is grabbing out at you. I need a dexterity save, please.
I don't save. That's a nat one.
All right. So the table catches hold of the plating on your thighs and grabs a bit of your hands as you've leaned up into the table, and you are now stuck to the table. We will allow you to attempt to get out of it on your turn, but we are going into initiative order now. So let's roll for initiative.
Sorry, I failed you all. I'm trying to think of a table pun, and the best I can do is a Van Gogh reference to missing a piece of veneer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do better.
That's understand table.
Ha 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 ha.
Bad
I wish
jokes.
you
not
would
even...
have come up with something better.
But you didn't.
I mean, I think I might have.
all of these jokes fall flat on the surface. It's getting worse. Let's keep going. What's your initiative? Quick.
15.
15.
4.
4.
14.
4 and 14. All right. And we start our battle. Ari, you're at the top of the turn order. In order to break free of this table, you need to roll me a strength DC, please. Or a strength save.
That'll be 22.
22. You're able to break yourself free. Your sword is still stuck, so you'll either have to attempt to break that free or use something else on your own. That uses up your move. You can choose to equip something for your next turn if you wish. Otherwise, that's your turn.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw my light hammer.
All right. You draw your light hammer and get prepared for the next round. Garth, it is your turn.
It is my turn, and I will probably... Is this the only thing? Like, because I've just seen her run at a table.
Yep.
And attack the table, and then I saw the table grab her. So I'm probably just like, what? So just because it all happened very quickly, I will turn and cast Firebolt towards the other end of the table.
Towards the other end of the table, like trying to shoot around her. Okay.
Well, because I know Hoy's also, like, Thadric's also sitting at this table.
Thadric is sitting at the table, yes.
So, and she went for the middle of the table, so I'm going for the end that Thadric's not sitting on.
Yes.
With a 21 to hit.
21
No.
hits.
Yes, 21. Yep. Cool. Then I will roll my 2d10 fire damage. Wow. So that is 3 fire damage.
Oh.
It hits and leaves a tiny scorch mark on the back of the table.
Yep.
Now, this table's turn.
Oh, how the turntables turn.
Yes, precisely. As the table comes alive a bit more, you do see the carved like foot at the bottom of each leg that somewhat resembles like a claw on a ball, like a lot of styles would. Turns into an actual claw and crushes a little bit of wooden. I guess a small bit of wood underneath. It's not the full ball, but it crunches down on what it was kind of standing on and making itself look like a very well built table. A big grin kind of appears near the front where Ari had been caught, and an arm somewhat reaches out and swats at our dear friend sitting at the table. So, Thadric, it will roll to hit you with a 18, and I know you've got what, 19 or 20 as your AC?
24, my dude.
24. So it just kind of slaps out at you, and it does bite forward at Ari for an 11, which misses as well. So this table is a bit old and worn and not able to get in the hits that it needs. So Thadric, it is your turn. As this,
Its bark is worse than its bite,
yeah,
It's not a tree.
but it's wood.
it was a tree. It would have been a good joke.
And Nathan, in response to your 24 look, it's my base is 20, +1 for Soul of the Forge, +2 for the shield, and +1 for Blessing of the Forge.
That's why I'm going to implode this entire library at the end of the episode. Spoilers.
That's why we're gonna win.
I can't deal with it.
Jeez, Forge Clerics just being like, yeah, automatic armor increase. Rude.
Okay, so that is gonna kind of shoot back and probably knock the chair down. Gonna take my rescued hammer and just kind of poof onto the table.
Just kind of.
Just kind of. We're just gonna see what happens.
That's a magical hammer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, question starting.
Yes.
Is the table is it within 5 feet of an ally, even though it's a longer table? Like,
yes. Ari is right up at the front of it.
Okay. Just gotta make sure I get the right dices. Okay. I swing my hammer with a 19 on the die. 27 to hit, sir.
That completely misses.
Damn it.
You overshot. No, it hits.
It's going to take 7 regular damage.
Okay.
6 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And a total of 5 fire damage.
And a total of 5 fire damage. All right. So as you smash down on this table, you leave a scorch mark in the center of it. The table doesn't crack as if you'd expect it to if it were actual wood. But as you slam down, I need you to make a save for me. If you could make a dexterity save.
A dexterity save. Is it against being charmed?
No, it is not.
That's what most
charming table.
most dex saves are for.
I thought we were antiquing. Is a 14.
A 14.
Yes, sir.
As you slam down, the hammer gets caught and stuck into this material, and you're unable to pull the hammer out at this.
That's not good.
We're fighting table after toddler snack time. Everything's
oh.
My
Yum.
turn?
It is your turn. At the
My
top of the
turn?
turn order. There's a sword and a hammer stuck into this table now.
I'm gonna avoid hitting my sword because I kind of like it, and I'm gonna slam down with my hammer. It's an 28.
It's an 18 or a 28. Which one?
It's a 28.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm guessing both hit.
both
but-
would hit. Both
So that's
would
gonna be
hit.
12 points of damage for the first one. And then I'm gonna yell out, "Give me back my sword!"
Well,
You have to
on her
roll.
first attack, does she have to roll?
You have to roll a dexterity save to see if you can remove the hammer.
Also 14. Why are you looking like you don't believe me?
I thought your dex was higher.
It's not.
I'm sorry, but with a 14, the hammer gets stuck into the table as well.
Give me my sword back.
It takes the damage from the first hit.
What can I still do?
Punch it.
You can yell at it. You can punch it.
Can I try to get my sword back?
You were going to use, what, an action surge?
Well, she gets 2 attacks.
I get
2 attacks.
So
I draw the dagger from my thigh and I slam it down.
I'll allow it. What was your damage for your first hit?
It was 12.
12, all right.
What's a dagger?
the D4.
This
on.
table's just gonna have consumed half of your weapons. Well, not consumed, stuck.
No, go with that.
I don't know. I got a lot of daggers.
He's true. He's got so many.
Garth is back there like, I'm not touching the thing, so you can destroy all their stuff.
Pew 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 pew.
Ooh, I have an idea.
That will be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that'll be plus my strength, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be 11 points of damage from the dagger. And let me see if I get it back. That's a 19 on the dice for a 20 total. So I
You're
think
able
I
to pull
probably
the
get my
dagger. Yep, you pull the dagger
Okay.
through.
And Lucas got the best joke. Said, flip it over, turn the tables on it.
Ha.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
Garth, it is your turn.
It's my turn. I'm just gonna. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? How long is this table?
It's about 8 feet long and about 2.5, 3 feet wide.
Cool. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on the far corner, away
Okay.
from my team, but it creates a 5-foot space of bonfire.
All right.
Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast a spell must succeed on a dex save or take damage.
Dex save, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. The full dex save is a 19.
Well, shoot. I guess that's didn't work.
That's
I mean,
a pretty
try.
dexterous table.
Don't
Yeah.
think.
Well, it's got all those legs.
Well, that's that.
It doesn't do half.
No, it's a cantrip. Cantrips don't do half damage on saves.
And it's only on the cast that it takes damage?
No, it's there. Like, I have concentration on it. So if it stays in that square, unless it moves out of that area, it
Yeah.
will take damage the
right.
next time.
Okay.
I think. I'm just gonna be like, why do you keep just putting your weapons in the table? Use them multiple times.
I glare.
Well, that's a full round action. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I can do it. It's like less than a bonus.
It's an
It's
innate
the-
ability.
It's the
a freebie.
fiance feat. So the table lashes out, and with the little arm that it was swinging at Thadric before, it hits for a 26.
Yeah.
So Thadric, you take a small amount of damage here, totaling to 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage? Thank
It is
you.
bludgeoning.
Did you take
Uh,
my resistance into play? Or
No. I will let you do your resistance calculations because there's so many of those things out there right now.
Got
But it requires you, as it's touched you, to now roll a dexterity save.
While I roll this, if anyone is joining us, don't forget to exclamation point enter for our giveaway of dice.
Yeah.
Dice giveaway.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
3, and I have a +2. Meaning I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Oh, he's screwed.
So the pseudopod arm kind of reaches out and grabs you around the waist and pulls you towards it a bit. And for its move action, it wants to get away from the fire, so it runs straight forward and slams into Ari, pushing you back about 5 feet. But in doing so, you need to roll a dexterity save as well.
Of course, he's doing this because I had an idea.
Nope.
You two kind of get stuck and engulfed a little bit into the front of the table. The mouth that was on the front moves up to the center of the table, and the back.
I'm at the
kind of looks-
center.
You're at the front of it, like at the head. If we were looking here, were you were coming at the side?
Yeah, I was coming at the side, right
Okay.
for the middle.
Okay, so then it just shifted off to the side at you. So then we've got you at one side and Thadric at the other side, and then it's moved kind of away from the fire, a little bit diagonal out of the way. So you're both stuck, and you're both like a few feet from one another, just being like pulled into the table. And it is Thadric's turn.
So there is my hammers in it,
The hammer, yep.
the sword,
The sword, correct.
and Ari's hammer.
And Ari's hammer, yes. Those are the 3 items stuck in it. There is a small flame back on your corner of the table. If you're stuck in the table and looking across to Ari, it's kind of to your right. Garth is off to your left.
And Ari has been trying to retrieve the sword.
No, she's been attacking, but the table moved and slammed into her because of the bonfire, and has now both of you kind of engulfed towards the center.
All right. Well, on my hammer, that's stuck in it.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast heat metal, dude.
Heat metal. All right.
Dude.
I've given up the Iroh aspect, and it's now just head.
All right. Yeah, since you are not fully you're grappled, but your arms are free enough, you're able to cast that. Lucky. Let's see here. So that means it takes 2d8 fire damage, right?
Yes, sir.
Please roll that.
7.
7 points of damage. And then it must drop the item if it's holding it. In which case, it does fall through the center of the table, and the hole that it had made closes back up. And it sits as a bright red item below the table.
Cool.
All right.
That was my action. Yep. I assume it'd be an action to try and break free of its nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you were just held. You're unable to move. It's kind of around your waist, so it's got a hold of any of your other weaponry at the moment. Unless you have something stuck to your back, which I don't.
I mean, I got
believe
daggers in my.
You do. You have daggers. Yep.
Yes.
So, Ari, it is your turn. As it bumped into you, you do have your hands free, so you do have a dagger in your hand, but it is starting to restrict around your midsection.
Okay. I'm gonna take a swing. What am I gonna do?
All right.
I believe in you.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. At this point, as you stab in, you see like bloodied cracks because it isn't actual wood. You see some cracks form in the wood, and it is seeping a little ooze out of it across the tabletop.
Okay.
Roll your dexterity save.
15.
15. You feel a little catch, but you're able to pull the dagger back out.
Yeah. Okay, gonna go at it again because it's still here. That will be a 19.
19 to hit. It hits.
Great. 11 points of damage again.
11 points of damage. And then one final dexterity save to see if you can get the dagger back out for your next round.
20.
20. I was like, are you sticking another weapon in this thing? But nope. You get the dagger free, and that is the end of your turn. Unless you have any bonus action things to deal with.
Would it be a movement to try to break free, or is that
It would be
an
an action.
okay? Then I'm chilling.
All right. Garth.
Well, now my friends are just attached to this table.
Yeah.
So the safest thing to do is to cast Magic Missile. Because then I don't hit my friends.
Yeah.
Go, darts, go! Hey, okay. 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage. All right.
These missiles just go and pop.
They leave little pock marks on the table as they hit. You do hear a screeching from this table, and it seems to be even more bloody, but not quite down yet. Anything else
Okay.
on your turn? Bonus actions, the like.
I don't think this is a table. That's what I do.
All right. Ari and Thaddeus.
That's what I do. Not really.
Wow.
I'm
Sassy.
mimicking you.
Sassy.
Because we're
Uh,
fighting them. Mimic, is that?
Yeah. That's why it's apropos.
Ari and Thadric, you each take 6 points of force damage as the table kind of constricts on you a bit.
I don't like that.
It swings at each of you.
Hold on.
That'd be a fun bit to play. It has the ability to just force everyone to mimic each other.
What kind? Maybe it's not force.
What?
I get less damage. Where is it?
Features
It was one of my feats.
and features and traits.
Oh, is that what feat stands for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Feats. There's literally a section up there that says feats.
Beats and toes.
Oh yeah, heavy armor master.
Yeah, where that?
I have it under defenses, where mine is.
Click on feats up there.
Oh.
Bludgeoning, piercing.
As they're looking, it's Lucas Martinez. There was a little piece of cardboard underneath, but it let out a scream as it got crushed. It too was a mimic with only 1 HP.
It's magical.
Okay. Okay.
It's like the force. Like my darts from Magic Missile do force damage.
Yeah, you're getting
So
kind of
we're
engulfed
fighting
into
evil
it,
Jedi.
basically.
Is this
called
a
a
Sith
Sith.
table?
Yeah, if you want it to be, it can be for you. So it swung out at each of you, and at advantage, it still didn't meet either of your armor classes. Yeah, well, Thadric, it's your turn.
Let's
Been
see.
there, Jared. Been there.
I mean, I'm gonna do this.
Prove
I'm
it.
gonna cast heat metal on Ari's sword now.
Thanks.
All right. Roll your damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. As the sword heats up glowing red, the table starts to split to try to drop the sword, but the legs give out from underneath, and it turns into kind of a pile of mush instead of the wood that it once was, letting both of you go. The weapons that were stuck in the table or under the table are now in this gooey mess.
Garth.
You are out of combat.
We'll pull him out of there and I'll press digitate it. Press to digitation.
Okay.
Yeah, I pick up my hammer. That was gross.
Hey, here's the plus side. Those chairs weren't mimics.
One of the chairs on the other table runs off the edge of the cliff. No.
Feel like I would probably smash things to check.
Okay. Give me 2 rolls to hit. We'll take the better one, so just advantage.
one is a 2 and one is a 5. So after adding things to that, 13.
13. You're able to smash any of the chairs and the other table as you wish. That's high enough as you now gain a level in Barbarian.
Yes.
That's
said it.
Oh, no.
So about that pedestal we were going to.
Yeah, the pedestal is still about 35, 40 feet out, as you didn't make it very far.
Right.
It's an empty space up to the pedestal and the metal gate behind it that sits about 10 feet behind. As you're walking off to the right side, a large tear forms out in the abyss, only about 5 or 6 feet from the edge, and a figure gets thrown out of it, wearing what you can tell to be white and gray leather. The figure drops and rolls and lands on his back. The hood kind of pulls back from this man. His eyes are glowing bright orange, and then he blinks and shakes his head, and then they're normal. Stands up and dusts himself off a bit. A gruff face, seen a little bit of battle, and has a bit of a scruff going on. And he turns and looks at all of you and pulls a sword. Ari recognizes him immediately, as you can tell, and I believe Garth would. And this appears to be similar to Ibrin that you had met before, but when you last saw him, he was not so much living. So he stands back and looks at the group, and he has a sword in one hand and a dagger he kind of pulls out, turned under, and stares at you all. What are you doing? What have you done to me?
We didn't do anything. You're in a weird floating library. It's so good to see. Wait, what world are you from? You're not my dimension. Okay.
Yes, I don't think.
I'm Ari.
Yeah. Start there.
He puts the dagger back in his belt and slaps himself across the face a few times.
Oh, you're very much awake.
Dimensions, what?
Pinch me. I might be dreaming. Sorry.
I'll do the talking. So do you were you fighting someone there, Ibrin?
There's 7 of you.
How do you know my name?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Patrick. So there are 7 different dimensions. Kind of think of it like a multiverse, where there are different versions of each of us. So we're from a certain dimension, you're from a different dimension. We don't technically belong on the dimension that we've been traveling in for weeks, months. And this
the
is
sword at his side starts to lower a bit as you keep talking, and he just stares at you. Jaw drops a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, so you're now in like the space in between all the spaces. We're currently on a quest. We already, solved a puzzle. I'm pretty sure there's something's up here, a little pedestal. But yeah. So you're, hey,
You want to come with us?
are you the Dragon King? Did you get that power? Did you get under control? Because in our dimension, not so much control over that one. We tried our best. Real
Wait, so
sorry.
this dude's a king too?
Oh,
Why are there
he's
so
fine.
many royals?
Yeah, it's probably the king in his dimension. Are you the king? You the Dragon King, my man?
No, but Dragon King. There's been rumors of said creature, but my lineage comes from the line of the Phoenix Empowered.
That's fine.
That's new. That might be a different thing for them.
Right.
That might be their thing.
We're gonna go do a puzzle and maybe fight things. Since you're here, you want to just come along?
I'm looking for my brother. Have you seen a man dressed similar to me, but a full leather mask come through here?
Ghost Blood, Ghost Blade, Ghost Rider. What was
Ghost Killer?
Ghost Killer?
Whoever you knew.
Ghost Blade.
His name is the Silent Blade. If you whatever weird magic you have.
Different there.
Yeah, no, he must have gone through a different portal or maybe no portal. But right now you're stuck, so sorry.
Well.
We were stuck to a table.
We were. We just defeated it. It wasn't a real table.
He looks over at the mess. Mimics in this dimension are much the same as the ones I've fought before. Did it finish off any of your group.
Oh no.
No, come on. We so powerful.
All
This
right,
is
so the
first.
mimics here are easier to fight. Then we lost half an army to a table once, and he sheathes his blade.
Really
Well, maybe
quick.
we're just as good as a whole army.
That's true. We're definitely that powerful. And really quick, we want to check the donations because a certain someone may have dropped something.
Kid trying to kill Jared again.
Uh-oh. We have a tipper. Yep. The message is going after. Well, we get to draw a scroll. We'll see if it goes after our Thadric or not.
Scroll of mild magic.
Scroll of mild magic, as they're all tied together.
Oh my, the old.
I do decree
I declare.
that there is a +5 to AC for the first round of combat, given to.
Well, I don't think Hoy's an option because Cadence.
No, I just want to see if I can get to 30.
Get out.
Without. You see that top number?
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a 3.
3.
The 3. And as
Yeah.
with all of these rolls, I count across the top. If you look across the top of the screen, we go.
Look, I get
Nathan?
how it goes, my man, but Cadence.
Lauren.
Cadence
We
said
should-
he's
we
not
should-
allowed.
We should be multicultural and read from right to left.
Yeah, it's the British.
All right. And then
But
we'll
we put the keys in
also,
left to right.
Also forget that things start with 1. We'll start at 2, and then we'll add 6, and then we'll divide by 4. And I think that comes out that the DM gets it. No, it goes to Sir Hoy. But just know that I do have a monster that seeks out anything over 25 AC for
It'll
immense
never come
damage.
after me.
immense amount of damage coming your way.
Garth, do you know Shield?
Darth, yes, I know Shield. I'm not
Can you
giving
cast it on me? You cast it on me? I'm very scared
no.
about getting it.
The spell Shield is literally a self spell.
I take a level of wizard and cast Shield.
I go back in time.
Although that reminds me, I'm pretty sure I cast Mage Armor as a ritual.
Bye,
on myself.
Cadence. Sorry.
Cadence, we have damage ready for it. I do have a monster that is ready to attack overpowered beasts, and they're in the in between. So, at that moment, I need all of you to roll perception.
Okay.
Oh no! That went through the speaker.
Man, I cannot perceive
25.
today.
25.
Ari is all eyes.
8. So she's not-
24.
yeah, but she's just perceiving. She got a 25 on checking Ebron.
Just perceiving Ebron, and that's it. It's a 2 everywhere else. What was that from you, Thadric?
24.
24. Well, a big chunk of rock comes down and smashes where the tables were. And as you all most likely see that, except for Garth, unfortunately, Garth hears the crash. I have chance damage for each of you. The 2 of you that saw it, please roll a dexterity save.
You sure you don't want a con save or a strength save?
Dexterity, as pieces are flying.
14. I'm not dexterous.
10.
10.
We all getting hit.
You're all getting hit. A few pieces of rubble fly out.
Wait,
And
I just want to point out, literally, rocks fall, players die.
Should I have win for having seen it coming, though?
No, you got to roll. I didn't even get to roll.
Garth doesn't get to roll.
That's your little grace of getting to see it. You still messed it up. That's on
Yes,
you.
Still, you just looked at it and went, ooh. And as we all saw, you were just like, Ooh, Ebrin. Rock, Ebrin.
He doesn't dive in front of me to save me.
He doesn't
He
know
doesn't
you.
know you.
This Ebrin has no idea
He has met
who
me.
this is.
He should
So
automatically know how charming I am. Says the -3 charisma.
I need you to roll a charisma check at this point, just a straight up.
Scott Denuzo's here, and Scott Denuzo has resubscribed.
Yo.
It's a 13 on the dice.
Mine.
-2.
He goes,
Blue.
eh. So
Ari runs off the edge of the.
RA just ends it now. My Ebrin! Garth, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a rock hits you in the back.
At least it's not the rock. That'd be a lot
The
more
rock.
damage.
Ari, as you dive out of the way, a rock catches you in the side and you take 7 points of bludgeoning.
No, I don't. I only take 4.
There you go.
Boom.
And Thadric, as you stumble off to the side to try and get out of the way here, you take 11 points of bludgeoning as a rock hits you in the chest.
No, I don't. Only place takes 6.
There you go. All right.
Attack
Ebrin,
us with bludgeoning. Only bludgeoning, please.
only bludgeoning. Well, when it's rocks, that's all you get. So you're lucky for now. Ebrin jumps out of the way and gets hit as well.
No.
Oh no, darn. The bits of the hallway that you had come up through start to break away, and this last section is left with half of the room. The pedestal and the hallway forward is the only remainder. There's no option of going back, only forward here. But we're at a perfect spot to take a break. And before we go on break, we want to remind you that if you've just showed up or if you've been here for a little bit but didn't hear, we are giving away dice. I expect every single one of you that I've seen in chat to have at least typed !enter or !ticket. You can hop back into entering for more dice. If you've won in the past, we don't care. You're back in the running because we have enjoyed all of your support. And if you're a first timer, say hi and then claim your ticket. But for now, we actually are going to go on break, so we'll be back in 10 minutes. You'll hear some of our sponsor ads as we're on break, but then you'll hear our theme song. Come back when you hear the theme song, and we'll continue. The rocks fall and everyone may or may not die.
Probably.
Go.
Let's
They stayed alive, barely over break. I heard there was some white cheddar cheese balls and other things going on. I can send our PO boxes and addresses if you'd like to share any of your snacks with us at any point. We would accept. But outside of that, we're back, and we are in the middle of a falling apart once library in the middle of all of the plains, aka going where we weren't intending to go as per Thadric's normal and the series normal. Like, seriously, portals are fun.
Yeah.
And I like to overuse them to the point where you're just living in a portal now. You're stuck in a portal. Why not? Let's just end the series here. Wrap it. We're done. We're good. But we're back. And
Woo! Scott News are dropping subs. Boing, 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 boing.
Scott
The Lawrence thing.
Denuzo. Scott Denuzo Gifting subs to Skylily083, Craig Son of Horus, Zippy Karma 6075, Fourth Wind 20, and Top Down Tabletop.
Up down tabletop.
Thank you for those gifts, and thank you for being a part of our show and keeping us running, keeping the lights on. Actually, we do that anyways, but we enjoy the gifts that help the stream look and feel better. Way to go. Thank you guys. This is awesome. I'm going to leave a little space in case anyone wants to. I don't know if the train works. I don't know how the train works. There's supposedly something about hype trains or whatnot. Whatever. Space for that. No train. Okay, let's keep going. The train has left the station.
Choo choo.
But we do
Scott does get to give out a natural 20, though.
do that nat 20.
Mhm.
God does get to give out a nat 20. So, we'll wait for that. We'll wait with a silent drum roll till he shows up with that nat 20 choice.
I'm going to play the
Those-
timpani.
The timpani drum roll. There we go. And as we're waiting for that choice, those of you listening, we're making odd interactions here. Here we go. Here we go. A couple more subs coming in. And Scott is almost knocked off of his hype boss already. So, Scott Denuzo, you better give away that hype boss, and then someone else will give it away soon. But we'll go back to the story while this is happening, and the timpani and triangle and snares are all ringing out, waiting. Hashtag hoy.
Boy.
Whoa. We're close to that train, apparently. Thanks to Penguin Witch Doctor gifting a sub to
There we go.
King Praiser.
Ooh.
We're almost there with that train, and thank you for all the dog emojis. We love our doggos.
Cute.
There it is. There it is. The one bit. Is that all we needed? Is that it?
I think that was not.
Oh, incorrect. I'm sorry, Lucas Martinez. You were fed incorrect information. You guys can use !roll and call out whatever dice you need.
Oh, no,
to
there
There's
it
a
is.
hype train.
Battle and chat. There it is.
Hype train.
Train. Thank you, everybody. And as we're
Sure.
riding this hype train, I think this is the second of our series on this hype train. Thank you. We are giving away dice. So !enter or !ticket. You can get in the running for those dice. We might just give out some stickers and pins. We could draw a second person or two for stickers and pins because I've got
There
piles
it
of them here.
is.
Whoa.
So,
Oh.
all of you joining in,
Drop you.
we're going to draw one person for dice and two people for stickers and pins, and we'll get in contact with you for who gets stickers and pins. So join in! !ticket or !enter to be a
Grab
part of
some
that.
main, yo.
Grab some main, yo.
And then, what is it?
Grab-
Hail
Polish
Hydra.
some marble.
There it is. All right, Team Hydra, we are back in this collapsing.
Thanks,
Well,
Penguin.
Penguin Witch Doctor, did you gave out the hype boss? Okay, Lolo Birdie, perfect. So we've got nat 20s going everywhere as this building is collapsing, and we've got Ebrin here, and the hype train is going. It's silent after the rocks hit and kind of move off into space. Ebrin stands up and dusts off his shoulder and looks around. It seems that this place is falling apart right under our feet.
Yes, really quick. Thank you, Lucas, for your bit. We mean to make sure, Lucas.
Every bit counts.
That's true.
Every bit
Look.
counts.
Those bits are very important to Lucas because he uses them to say things on Crag Street.
Oh man, thank you. And with that, Scott Denuzo is back as the hype boss. We've had the hype boss interchange a few times. If you're catching this on the podcast, didn't catch it live, we stream first and third Saturdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. If you can't make it, I'm sorry. It's fun to be in chat, but if you can make it, awesome. You can also go back and look at all the chat that we're engaging with if you watch our VODs on Twitch, because that sticks around. So, yeah, have fun. Man, you wild people in chat. So Ebrin stands up and dusts himself off and looks around. This place is chaos. It's falling apart literally under our feet, and I don't even know where I'm at. What have
It's
you
fine.
done to me?
Let's go this way.
Why do you think
And I
we did it?
conveniently grab his hand and start running down the hall where we can go. Let's go, guys!
I'll scoop up Garth and
You'll scoop up
follow
Garth.
after. And then, like,
I know,
while we're
Macho
going, while we're going to like look at Garth and be like, "Who's this dude?"
Oh, this is Ibran. Ari kind of has a thing for the Ibran we met here. This Ibran, or the Ibran in our world, was trapped in a prison. We freed him because it seemed like a good idea at the time when we were rescuing people from a prison. It was TikTok, I think, was in jail. Got him too. So got this guy out. Turned out to be in the lineage for the Dragon King, which he then became eventually and then was controlled by it. So, yeah. He
So, like,
died.
Don't worry about it. I'll wingman for you. We'll get this.
Oh, wingman for you.
Thank you. You know, I
as-
can run on my own if you want.
Yeah, but this is convenient. We can talk and move it this way.
Oh, buddies.
Okay.
Oh. Now that you guys have had your buddy moment, running forward, the gate that blocks the hall ahead is a large steel gate made of rods that are about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. The space between the rods are only about 2 or 3 inches, so you can barely stick an ungloved hand between without getting your arm caught. And that's about the distance you can move. The gate seems to be stuck into the ground, and magically on the sides, as you're investigating it, the walls seem to exist here, but only in force. So like you hit and you see kind of a ripple of what once was a stone wall on either side, and it seems to keep you blocked onto this path. You have to deal with the gate. The pedestal's about 10 feet away, and as you've run past it and are kind of slowing down in the area, the pedestal has a small leather-bound notebook on it, opened up to blank pages. An inkwell is built into the pedestal with a quill sitting nicely in the inkwell.
I'd like to flip back and see if all the pages are blank.
Yeah, as you flip back through the pages, there's a few scribbles on some of the pages, seemingly not really a word or not really anything but maybe a half-drawn picture. But you get to the very front of the book, and printed in some of the finest cursive that you've seen in common, it says, "There are 3 uses of the inkwell. Write a single word for what you will become." And as the page ends with that, looking around, you can see another similar pedestal halfway between the metal gate here and the wooden wall or gate, which is about 60 feet away. So the next pedestal is about 30 feet away.
I'm gonna go check that one.
That one is behind the metal gate.
Yeah.
So you can see that.
But I want to go check it.
Yeah, you can go check it if you can get past the gate. And as you're standing there looking confused, Ibran is looking back and forth and leans over towards Thadric. "She's not the brightest, is she?"
Lauren said that, not Ari. Lauren can be dumb, but he can't
Okay.
think Ari's dumb.
Oh, okay. He can't think that. No. No. Can I roll a 20 to?
Can I do like a I don't know what the check would be,
Mhm.
but I guess it would be a deception or a persuasion to be like, yeah, you're definitely too good for her. You should leave her alone.
Let's so
Like with the intent to make room for my boy Garth here.
yeah. Let's do a deception on that one, as you don't know the man very well.
Because obviously you're lying.
Yeah, so I rolled. Yeah, she's an idiot.
As he hears that, he looks around, and you're not.
I am wise in the ways of the world, my dude.
Guys,
There
come
are
here.
7 of me.
Well, all right. If there's 7 of you, then I won't bother.
That's fair, Lucas. She used to have a deeper voice, but then
Lauren got lazy.
no, I got a deeper voice. Hey guys, come here.
I'm already.
Calm yourself, Garth.
So it says, write a single word for what you will become. It said there are 3 uses of the inkwell, but it only gives us 1. It seems like everybody else just doodled.
3 uses of the inkwell. I mean, it holds the ink. It holds the pen.
No, like, doesn't it mean there's enough ink for 3 times to write?
Oh, that wasn't the riddle. Oh, that makes more sense. I'm just trying to think in riddle, like everything's a riddle to me at this point.
I mean, it might be a riddle.
Oh, I definitely took it as a riddle.
But yeah, no, if there's like, I look in the inkwell, how much ink is there?
As you kind of peek into the inkwell, it is dark within. You're unable to see the level or the sides. As it's not like in a clear bottle inkwell, it is embedded into the table, so you're not quite sure how deep it goes.
Okay. Can't really tell. What I will become. If I write ethereal, I can get through the bars.
I mean, not
Oh,
wrong.
I hadn't exploded my spider brooch.
Brianna.
Or if only we had our druid.
Thank you, Penguin Witch Doctor.
Oh, wait. I mean, I could polymorph. I know how to do that.
To like a little lizard or something.
Yes, I mean, that would get me to the next place, but this seems... I'm guessing this pedestal with its notebook and its inkwell and its pen is giving us those abilities in and of itself, so that we do not need to use precious spell slots as we work towards fighting one of the most powerful beings we've ever known.
Well, I mean, I could write something. I don't have any of those left anyway, almost.
Here, one of you read the book. See if you get anything else from it.
As you
I'll
skim
flip-
through the book,
Yeah,
you
flip
get
through.
the same exact results. There's some scribbles on a few pages, some very poor penmanship that doesn't seem to have been much of anything, and then the same message at the beginning. There are 3 uses of the inkwell. Write a single word to which you will become.
I gotta figure out what I want. I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna write a thing, guys. We're gonna see.
Free?
Yeah.
I want to be free. Home.
Unencumbered.
I mean, my bag's not that heavy.
I mean, the door. What is it?
One word, right?
Yes,
Single word is
A
what it
single word for what you'll become.
So if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 uses of this inkwell and 4 of us. So if you know of a portal out of here I could use, that would leave 3 uses for yourselves.
I mean, hey! Garth reaches into his bag. Who gave him one of these? I pull out like one of the shards. I don't know how to control it.
Have you met
Just
Keth?
bash it with this hammer.
Right.
Have I met who?
Keth in your dimension. Dark, evil, elf.
Well,
Set
there was an evil elven man that our armies had hunted. I believe he either disappeared or had died. We've not heard of him in maybe a decade.
Well, he's chasing after these.
Here he's chasing after these. Not here. In the dimension that we were in.
Did we give Valari her shaker back?
Oh no, I still have the gourd.
The gourd.
You could shake your way to the other side.
But I want to write something in the book.
Well, were you talking to him or him?
I was talking to him.
Man, that's what I thought.
To him. Yes.
I was talking to
him.
Thad.
Oh, I
Him.
thought
Him had heard.
Here, give me the gourd. I'll go to the other side and see if there's anything in the book over there that would give us more info.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
I take
Pass
the
over the-
gourd and I look over on the other side. So
Okay.
there's the bars, and then on the other side is a matching pedestal.
Yeah, about 30 feet in, and then the next gate is about 30 feet past that.
Oh, so there's 2 gates, 3 pedestals.
No. Pedestal is halfway beyond this metal gate.
You
And
see
then-
pedestal, and then you've got the metal gate. Then you see another pedestal, and then there's a large wooden gate, and that's all you can see.
Ah,
That. Exactly that.
great. Okay. So Ari's going to shake it, and I want to get through this gold gate to the pedestal on the other side.
All right. As you look towards the pedestal on the other side and you shake the gourd, the few remaining seeds in there rattle around, and you feel a very, very nauseating pull across space, as it is a fairly imperfect movement of said person shaking the gourd. You end up standing on top of the pedestal, and you're not stomping on the quill or the book that sits on top of this pedestal, but you kind of have them right between your feet. The gourd itself seems to only have about 1 remaining seed within it. But you've made it to the other side.
Apparently. I will put the gourd,
We should
whatever,
plant
if that's a strap around my neck, or put it in the bag, and will carefully hop off up on top of the pedestal.
Please roll me a constitution check. Or a save there.
What are you doing? That you need a what?
I need to see what my... Sorry, computer went to sleep.
All good.
The computer.
16.
16. You have a bit of a nauseated feeling in your stomach, but you don't feel like you're going to throw up as you have dropped down after teleporting with the gourd.
Great. Is there a book? I would like to read the book on this
Yeah,
side.
there's a book. As you flip back through, there's a few different drawings and scribbles throughout, fairly similar to the last book. It seems like someone didn't know what they were doing or couldn't write something out. There's less scribbles in this book than the last. At the very beginning, it says the exact same thing in almost nearly identical print and placement on the page.
This one says the same thing.
Does my gate have a keyhole?
There is no keyhole on the gate. It is just a sturdy metal gate that seems like it may retract, but it may just be a gate built into the hall.
Is unbarred a word?
Disbarred is.
We don't even have a bard.
This is a serious situation. I'd like it if we could all be focused.
I'm gonna write in the word. I'm gonna write.
It is.
But
I'm gonna write. You ready for this, Sarton?
all right, throw it at me.
Xandra's possessive.
Xandra's, as in the lady that you pine for.
Ja.
Did you just use this to get married through space and
Maybe.
time?
Baby, you could turn it to a lizard. I figured we had an extra go.
For a moment, you feel a slight pressure on your ring finger. You look down, and a very fine metal band of silver and gold interweaving appears on your hand. Your heart lifts a bit. You have this happiness that you didn't quite understand, and in your pocket that you have accessible on your bandolier, you do notice that a little note pops up and appears. and it smells of the perfume of your love, and you're left there feeling momentarily as if your wife, wherever she may be, had given you a note as you had gone off for the day.
I want to lean over to Garth and go, "It does what you say." Solved it.
And after you've spoken that to him, about 6 or 7 seconds go by since you'd written in the book, and the pressure around your finger disappears, the note smelling of your love disappears, and the writing on the page soaks into the page. And
Oh crap! I'm already divorced.
Long distance relationships are very hard.
Okay, so it makes things come true, but for like 8 seconds at a time.
All right, then here's what I'm gonna try, and everyone get ready for it. We're gonna move to the other side of the door. I pick up the quill and I write unbarred. As if, well, that's what I write. Interpret.
please tell me your spelling as to how it is written on the page, as sometimes letters can throw things off drastically.
UNBARRED.
Garth, as you've gone through a lot of training as a wizard, there had been points in your training that you passed a class or essentially gotten certified at certain levels for certain types of magic. And as you have grown on your own, you didn't have to pass any of these things. For a brief moment, you forget that you had your original training. You have essentially been disbarred from
That's
your wizardry.
disbarred! You just used a different word!
Well, unbarred is not a word.
It is. It's in the dictionary.
All right, let me look it up. Look it up.
Man!
Looking it up. We'll rewind if we need to.
Remove the bars from a gate or door. Unlock. It's the past tense of the word unbar.
Okay, interesting. I believed I looked this one up, or a different spelling maybe.
Grab some main.
Marked with bars.
Past participle. Yep, past tense. Remove the bars. All right, so maybe I misspelled it, or I just was looking in the wrong location. You guys see the bars disappear on this date. Garth, you lose none of your magic. Man, I gotta
Words
have
are
a dictionary
hard.
sitting next to me. Words are hard. I was homeschooled.
I was
So
I did it right. I know you did that right.
I did it right. As you've got like all of the keywords printed off and hanging off to the side for this very moment.
What?
Lauren had gotten on your case for months on end as to why you had those and why they kept growing, but today it worked. So hopefully that brings Ari and Garth closer. But as you see the bars disappear, the group runs through, and as you get to the other side, for a brief moment, you think that the bars are completely gone, and then they pop back into space, and you kind of see the book flutter a little bit, and you believe the word to have been soaked into the page. So all of you are between the first and second gate here, and Ari is standing next to this pedestal. It says the same thing. There are 3 uses on this one. The next gate itself is a large wooden wall with a couple small gaps that you can kind of see between and under. It seems like an old wooden gate that you'd see on the front of like the city walls, something that might come down or fold out, but it is very heavy, and I'm getting attacked by doggos here. So, wow, it's very heavy, and heavy enough that it knocks my camera out of place. But what you do see is there's a few small like creaks and cracks between. You can't quite picture what's on the other side, other than it looks like a little bit more hallway.
I pull out 2 gloves that have diamonds on the back of them,
All right.
I go up to the door and create this window shape with my fingers and look through it for 30 out of the 60 seconds that I may look.
There you go. So as you have it open for about the 30 seconds, you see almost a hole appear, like a porthole of sorts, and you see the hallway, another very similar setup. There's a pedestal about 30 feet out, and you can't quite tell. You do see a quill sticking out of the pedestal, so you assume it's similar to this one before. And at the far end, you see a large, like, steel gate, a big plate wall, essentially. It shines and shimmers a little bit as it sits there, about 60 feet out again.
All right. I kind of close everything. The glowing from the back of these silk gloves fades as I release the magic and tuck the gloves back into my day satchel. And
Halfling person.
I replace them with the gloves that help resist heat that we've been given to use in this place. So I think, well, it looks like beyond this is a steel door. We've got the wooden one here now.
Wait, these like equate with the octopus things?
Well, the first was gold, then diamond. We haven't encountered anything gold and diamond.
But like, maybe different orders. Maybe we got the order wrong.
We got the order wrong, then I'm pretty sure he was going to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the second one?
This is
The one we're in
what
front of right now?
Wood.
A very thick wooden door. It looks, as Garth was looking through, the porthole seemed to go almost about 2 feet deep.
The one before it wasn't not coral.
No, the one before it was just a heavy metal bar gate.
Okay.
Iron, possibly.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Okay. I mean, we can try unbarred again. See if that removes the door from our presence.
What if we wrote doorless? Then like all the doors would be gone and we could run real fast.
Is that a word? Unhindered?
Don't write unhinged. Oh, that could go weird for 6 seconds or so. I want to. What you will become. I will become
Unstoppable?
Invincible. Delightful.
Delightful. We'll delight the door open. We'll tell it a joke.
Unbarred does also mean unlocked. Did it seem like the door was locked? Did we try to open it?
this door right here, this wooden one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there a handle? It's just a wooden kind of like portcullis type thing.
It's just a big wooden door that seems, if anything, was raised or lowered, but you don't see any of those mechanisms. So for all intents and purposes, you don't know how it's in its place.
We would just write incorporeal like last time and just swoop through.
You just floop through.
Here's an idea.
Yeah, just had one.
I've got an idea. I pick up the quill, and I want to try to. Ooh, okay. So if this goes wrong, hopefully it reverses. But it's my crazy idea. I won't put either of you
Do you
through.
want to talk through it first?
Well, I was gonna put the quill in one of the cracks of the door, and then maybe the magic would assume the door is holding it, and then I was gonna take the notebook over and like trace out the word "gone," so that maybe then the magic would think that the door wrote the word "gone," so that the door will become gone.
I mean, you could just write open.
If I become open, I feel like I'm going to start spilling all of my secrets to you for about, I don't know, for a certain amount of time.
Well, hold
Either
on.
that or
Hold
I will
on.
become eviscerated.
What secrets do you have?
Huh? What?
I thought we
I
were
mean,
friends.
no secrets. I meant, you know, it was just a saying, like, oh, I'm going to spill my secrets.
Gateless.
Then would you not be able to walk? Because you have no gate.
G-A-G-A-T-E.
Oh, that's an I.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Just try gateless.
Would you consider this a gate?
He's been
I
saying the
would.
word gate.
He who?
The
He-
great and powerful dungeon.
You don't hear that voice? Maybe I already wrote unhinged.
Ebron, any thoughts?
I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
that guy.
I'm here for whatever this is. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing here, but you could try fire, or you could try I don't know, ram. I'm a fighter.
like-
I'm not a wordsmith.
I mean,
Yeah.
it said incorporeal.
I'm going to try gateless.
Great.
I write gateless. Sergeant's looking up if gateless is a word. I don't even know if it is.
It is. It is a
I
word,
spell it Gateless.
right? So you, right now, are you're
breaking it?
you're lacking a gate. Yeah, this has so many definitions to it. And Buttspot is trying to give me options here. But the weirdest thing is it has like the smallest and the tiniest setup of a definition. So let me look at one other thing here. Because it is literally the two words lacking a gate, essentially gateless.
I mean,
Garth, you see a small door open on the bottom of this gate, and it is one that is incredibly small, much like some of the homes in your hometown for the halflings. It would barely let a halfling through. It's short in height and skinny in width, that you'd be able to pass through fairly easily as the gate swings open for you. But the rest would have to roll dexterity checks in order to dive through there. So if you want to pass through, you may, but it's up to the rest if they join.
do you want me to go through or should I keep my brains on this side? Get the whole gate gone. Decide quickly!
Go through.
Yeah, go.
Okay, I run through and I just. Yep.
Yep, you're able to run through and pass through, and you hear a creaking of the gate slowly closing behind you. Does anyone try to dive through after him or let it
I
close?
tried, but I tripped on my very first step.
Your dexterity check was quite low.
I don't
It's a
shoot
3.
into dex checks.
3. So yeah, you trip and fall, and you see the gate slam in front of you, and the door goes back to its full enclosed.
Can you all hear me?
They hear a slightly muffled version, but they're able to hear your voice.
Okay. Wait. I guess I'll let you guys respond if you actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
How about I try unhindered?
I mean, that's a good word.
Bad.
I mean, I still think incorporeal will do it.
But whoever
I
writes
think
it, only one person will become incorporeal. The rest are stuck.
Well, I think unhindered is just gonna make it drop all your stuff.
No. Unhindered is like not obstructed. There's nothing in my way. I go up and I pick up the pen and I write unhindered.
Are you sure that's what you want to write? Well, you did.
Not
And-
obstructed.
Hold up, you gotta look at more definitions. When there's a drop down,
To define hindered, it says hindered is to create difficulties for, resulting in delay or obstruction. Ari, the book takes that. All of your gear and armor and clothing
Are
drops
you
off.
No. It
There's
means
no
not
hindrance.
held back.
There is no hindrance or holding back of your movement because you are wearing plate armor, carrying a satchel, carrying swords. You are now standing at the book with all of your gear on the floor and facing away from the group. And you hear, oh, and is everything all right over there, ma'am?
No, this book doesn't know the dictionary. Not obstructed.
Honey, it's like a wish spell, okay? You have to do things perfectly. Otherwise,
I think that's pretty.
hey, look, I'm just saying. If there's any twist that someone can take, they will take it.
After a few moments of standing there in the buff, your armor and gear pops right back on to how
Did
it
it
was.
work?
No.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Did I miss anything? Garth, you'll get that in a few days once you've said your vows. Come on, man.
No.
Why'd you put a ring on it, dude?
All right, well, we've got one more. I don't think undoored is a word. Whoever writes the word, it will affect them the most. Unbarred. We could just write unbarred again.
Well, are all the clothes back on over there?
What?
Yeah, Ari was nude.
Oh, I assumed it was Thadric.
This book is a manipulative.
Well, if
Oh,
If
wait. What if one of us just wrote all powerful and we just make it disappear? Just we get control over all domain.
No, it'll twist it on you.
I was going to say something of the like, but up to you. I'm not going to waste your book. I'm sure
you're stuck here like the rest of us.
sure another portal will open for me soon enough.
Yeah, good luck waiting on that as the building collapses around us.
It does say it'll turn you into whatever you write, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wonder.
Powerful. What if we'd just been writing powerful this whole time? We could have become the most powerful beings in the world.
For 6 seconds.
Oh, right. Temporary. Temporary. Unfettered.
Too close. That is literally basically the same thing as unhindered.
But to be fettered.
What if we become a thing?
Yeah, what if I write trebuchet and then just fire something at the door?
We could, but we only have one left. If the person who writes it is the only one who becomes it, then that means 2 of us are stuck here.
Well, no, because if I become big trebuchet, you just put some of that debris in me
I don't
and
know
I'll
what
blast
you're
it at the
talking
door.
Well, I'm sorry if I kill all of you.
Hold on, let's talk this through. We're a team. Maybe you're used to being a lone wolf, but we're gonna have to talk this out before you go writing the last word.
Oh, is he going to write Ram?
Well, there's plenty of things we could write, correct? We could become, let's say, a portal, or maybe
A rhinoceros.
Ball of fire, or well, that's 2 words, 3 words. Let's see, what else could we be that wouldn't be like unbarred? Oh, I could turn into a mouse and climb under that little crack there. But that might leave the rest of you here.
I mean, I could just burn the door down.
What if we look at this as a wall and not a door? Could we become a window, a door, an entryway, a tunnel? What if?
Oh! But could the person become the tunnel and then make it to the other side of the tunnel?
Well, let's let this dude become the tunnel, and we'll see.
I'm fine with trying it.
You're already over there.
You're already over there.
Hey, I mean, my thing worked.
Oh! It's a big door, right?
Yeah?
We just wrote doorknob.
But it might not be a door, because apparently it's not a gate. Is it a door? Is it a wall?
It's adorable.
I look for hinges on my side.
On your side, you don't seem to see any hinges. It seems to be a large wooden piece, but it does look in the way that doors had been made, the way the slats are of the wood. It just seems to be almost unfinished at this point.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the doorknob could work, but then is it going to let you be on the door, or are you just going to be a doorknob? Maybe tunnel?
But the tunnel could lead anywhere. We're hoping and guessing that it's going to be a tunnel to where we want it to go.
There's no way over it, right?
No, it seems
The
that there isn't really a ceiling that you can see, but any chance of like moving out and around the edges of this hall have shown that there's magical remains of what was once there. So a kind of a ripple effect of a ceiling and walls.
Right.
What if I just like took spaces out of words and wrote like tunnel boring device? Or like as one word, just like tunnel boring device.
I think it might break space and time.
I say we try tunnel.
It's worth a shot, I guess.
If not, we just burn it.
I think door is better than tunnel because a door actually goes. This is the only wall.
I'm thinking, if you have to get through again, what did I say? What did I write down?
Gateless.
Gateless.
But the gate didn't disappear. We just actually got a gate. And being gateless.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a gate.
Somehow found a gate. When I
The
was supposed
gate
to be
opened and
minus
removed
1.
itself.
Yes. Well, what if y'all wrote gateless? And then it would be your size. In all technicality, it seemed very much my size. But I don't want y'all to then write gateless and then just get really tiny little.
Also, we could just write what Garth wrote, and then we'd just stand at the door ready to run.
Possibly.
It's small, but it's not impossible. So there's that. We didn't try unbarred again, which I think, while there are no bars, may work. Because our
Unimpeded?
Huh?
Unimpeded?
Unimpeded.
You're gonna end up naked.
No, you might wind up frictionless.
That could be
Sliding
fun.
everywhere. Floating.
Unimpeded is the exact same thing as unhindered.
What if... I like this physicality. What can we become that's physical? I mean, a window.
Mildly surprised, Ari didn't have Ibrin right unimpeded.
But
But then that would have wasted it and you all would have died. And it would have been Garth. Garth is the hero.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with gateless. It worked before. That even go stand by the door.
All
I
right.
think I'd be a trebuchet, but okay.
I'll stand by the door.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Trebuchet? It's a catapult.
Okay.
It's not a catapult.
I write gateless.
As you write gateless, a much larger gate appears and swings open on this door and allows passage for a few seconds, just like Garth had had.
Run.
I run
run.
to the door.
You run to the door, make it through. The rest of the group makes it through as well, and nearly runs into Garth on the other side as the door or gate opens up in front of him.
Oh, it's mine! I like back up. Hello. All right.
You are now left with one more pedestal and a large metal plate that blocks you from what seems to be the last room. You hear crackling and fizzing on the other side of the door as if there's something active and not moving about, but magical on the other side.
I'm gonna go up to that door with my gloves, put on the gloves, and look at what's on the other side.
Yeah, as you look through, you see that this is a plate that seems to be multiple layers of materials, something like you would expect to be on like the armory of a castle or at the front of where a war might be. It's incredibly thick. It's about 3.5 feet thick. And as you see, there's stone and metal and wood varieties that make this piece up. You finally look through to the other side, and the porthole that you're able to make on the far side, you see a few glowing portals, and they seem to be some of the most stable portals that you've ever seen. They're ever so slightly wavering and flickering, but there seems to be a few gaps in the portals that make a half circle. You can't quite tell, but you believe to see like a placard or a plate underneath each of the portals, but you can't see what's through any of these portals.
Oh, hey, bunch of portals on the other side here. So, Ibrin, good thing you came with us.
Did I have choice?
I mean, we didn't drag you.
There
stayed
also
with
wasn't
the mimics.
there also wasn't a train out of the way, but I did get my hand grabbed by one of you and dragged this way.
Oh, right.
So we gotta get through one more gate.
I was busy being picked up by someone.
I was too, apparently.
Is there a lock? Is this a wall? What are we looking at?
It seems to be, to what Garth had seen, multiple layers deep of many materials, metal being interspersed between them, almost as if it's a wall that was built on a barricade, something to protect from being rammed into or really broken through.
Mr. Sarton, it's something I don't know, and Penguin Witch Doctor has a very interesting question. He's wondering if anyone on the other side of the glove window can see back through it.
No. This is a magical one-way portal, which opens up and allows essentially the one-way mirror effect.
Question. Oh, is there a book? There's a book and portal here, or no?
There-
Yeah.
There's a book and quill
Okay.
here as well. Yes.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
What if I became a boulet and just burrowed through it?
Michael Bublé? Oh, no, that's Bublé. Okay.
I don't know what
You
you're
know the big ass land shark monsters that like burrow through things.
Yes.
Would you be able to burrow through in 6 seconds?
Maybe.
And
I mean, how thick is the door?
Well, that's a question. Creatures. I mean, a dragon with its breath could possibly go through all of that. Possibly. It's very thick. There was stone. Still, its strength may be able to crash through.
Well, I know for a fact that boulets can burrow approximately 40 feet in 6 seconds. I don't know how I know this knowledge.
I
A
mean,
book he once read on.
I read in some sort of monstrous manual at one time.
here's the thing. Just in case, maybe the rest of us should hide. In case you becoming this creature. Do they have like a bloodlust? You hungry at the moment? Like, I just don't want you to turn on us and eat us.
I mean, I will say it's a predator.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they might attack with disregard. I'm unsure, but they might have high regard for attacking.
What
As-
about
as far
aren't
as,
yes? What?
as far as I recall, these boulets, they live only to feed.
Oh, yeah. So that could go poorly.
I
However,
mean, it's only 6 seconds. How much of you could I really eat in 6 seconds?
You
Roll
know.
for initiative. No.
dodge. I dodge. My action is to dodge. I mean, but
As-
along those lines, if we wrote dragon, the only thing is what kind of dragon?
As you are all
Pseudo-dragon.
thinking about this, I'm gonna one more time say type exclamation ticket or exclamation enter in chat to be put in the running for dice as the main prize, which are these beautiful red and gold from Blacksmith Craft Dice.
Oh, so pretty.
Very pretty. And then we also have some pins and stickers we'll be giving out to a couple others as well. So, back to thinking about what you can do to break down, get through, tunnel, bore, whatever, through the door. However you do this, turning yourself into monsters with a bloodlust, however it may be.
I mean, because a dragon would have wisdom and intelligence, the likes of which I should still be able to at least go after the door if that is my main goal. However,
I have wisdom.
Hmm,
That's not
yes,
saying.
true. But that's why I added intelligence. The problem with writing dragon would be that I do not know what type of dragon we will become. As such, we could become a dragon whose power lies in more of a poisonous gas instead of an acid or a fire, or even an ice, which could cool the door enough to where it shatters the metal. But that is a very cold point, indeed.
Or a cute little fey dragon.
Well, yes, that's the question. Does it choose any type of dragon? Fey dragon would be pseudo dragon. I believe pseudo dragon is one word, so it would then not be able to be that, but it could be a tiny little one for sure. Sorry, I just metagamed by looking at chat.
Well, I mean, chat's gonna give you big things, but they might be evil.
Yeah, but evil still wants to get to the other side of the door,
Chaotic evil might just want to mess some things up.
like a door.
And all those around the door and being gigantic take up most of the space. Who knows?
And just go Bahamut. You know who would be great at getting through things? I'm sure Strahd. I just become Strahd. There's so many horrible things now.
I mean, it's up to you which word you write.
We never did try tunnel. Do we want to just try tunnel and see if one of us becomes a tunnel?
Sure.
We've got 2 chances after that. At the very least, we could just write gateless again. I just don't know if this is considered a gate.
Write it.
So, what?
Write it.
Excuse me. I write tunnel.
You write tunnel. As you finish writing the word tunnel, you feel a hole building in the center of yourself. As you look down, you see a hole growing. What do you wish to do?
I run over and line myself up with the door so that wherever I see the hole starting, that is facing my party, with the idea that hopefully the tunnel will expand behind me.
As you run up and lean kind of against the wall, for better or worse, it's a cartoon effect. As Garth leans up against the wall, he kind of turns flat into the wall, and then a hole appears directly behind him. It goes straight through the wall. It's about 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, almost perfectly circular. And because of how low he was to the ground, it's only a couple inches above the ground. You have a few seconds to rush through. Party, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Yep, as you rush through, you all get through. Ebrin is last in line, and he is able to make it with his cloak being caught just a little bit as the tunnel closes. Garth, you start to feel a presence of yourself within the wall, almost dead center of the wall, but you feel like you have a little bit of motion. Can you roll me a dexterity check and choose if you wish to try to roll backwards or forwards?
Well, I'm gonna try backwards.
Right?
Dex check. All right. Soft 20.
Soft 20. You're able to like tip yourself backwards, and as you do that, you feel the emptiness that was core to your being somewhat disappear, and you feel yourself come back, and you land squarely on your butt, right next to everyone else, on the far side of this metal barricade.
Nailed it.
Now, you're all through, and you all hear the crackling of a few portals behind. And as you look, there's a semicircle of portals, all spaced about 5 or 6 feet apart, except there's a few spots where it's empty. You see a portal on the far left, and then a scorched mark on the floor. 2 more portals, and then 2 more scorched marks, and then finally on the far right, a scorched mark. Sorry, another portal. Sorry. So it goes portal, scorch, 2 portals, 2 scorches, and a portal in this semicircle. And there seems to be plaques at the ones that aren't scorched, just sitting below. The portals are about 15, 20 feet in from the rest of you.
But there's like, so if there's 7 of us, and there's 7 portals, each one goes to a version of me, except the one I'm in because I'm here.
Well, yes. The one.
But are the scorched ones where Keth is in charge? Or the scorched ones where, like, someone closed the access to it?
Hmm. But have we gotten? Didn't TikTok kind of tell us about the wars that were raging?
Yeah, TikTok laid out some stuff. He did bring out a chalkboard of sorts to talk you through it, and I believe he had outlined that there were 7 different planes, and Keth had existed on all of them. He had fought on some of them. He had destroyed a few of them, which TikTok believed there was somewhere between 3 and 5 remaining realms or portals. Sorry, not portals, planes.
Yes, so I'm guessing the scorch marks are the planes that do not exist any longer.
What happens if you put a shard in it?
Are you walking up to these or inspecting them, or are you staying back a little bit?
Yeah.
Staying back.
Oh.
I mean, we should at least read the plaques, right?
Yeah, we should read a plaque. Yeah, I'm too curious. I would definitely go up to it.
Okay. So you've got a portal, a scorched spot on the floor, 2 portals, 2 scorched spots, and then on the far side, another portal. So to the left and right, you've got portals, and then to like your 10, 11 o'clock position, you have portals.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the one on the left.
On the left, the portal below it, there's a plaque that says EARTH.
That spells Earth. All right. What was the next one?
And to scorched spot on the floor, the plaque seems to have been destroyed in whatever destruction had happened here.
All right. Then the next one.
Yeah, in the third position, you see FAERUN.
Okay, well I know that one. That's Faerun. Okay, and then it's 2 scorches. Yes.
No, there's 2 portals side by side.
Oh
so,
yes.
You have Earth, a scorch mark, Faerun. The fourth one says NYR.
Oh my. Okay, Nia. We've been to Nia, and
yep.
then 2 scorches.
2 scorches, and then on the final, the last one off to the right, it says TELDRIN.
Teldrin.
These plaques are sitting about 2 or 3 feet in front of each portal. And as you'd gotten up towards them, the portals all kind of flickered and glimmered as if they would respond to you if you got past the plaque.
That's very interesting. I believe Steve told us about Earth. When we met him at that party.
Yeah. I don't want to go there.
No, I'm just saying, like, these places. Can I roll a history on Teldrin?
Sure.
18.
18. As you're mumbling to yourself, Teldrin, I'm not quite sure, and nothing pops up in your head, but you're mumbling, and Ebron steps forward. Did I just hear you say Teldrin?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's this one.
That's my home.
Oh.
We give him one of the things?
Yeah. Hey, man, you want a shard?
Is this some weird drug thing?
Yes.
No.
In that saving the world is drug
Gets you high on
related.
life?
Yeah.
Okay, it's saving the world. All right. What am I to do with it?
Keep it away from a many-armed dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Destroy
Cat.
it.
As long as you don't have a cat, which apparently you don't, you maybe already beat him.
Well,
But we've got a cat in the plane that we are on. We gotta beat him. So we gotta get these as far apart as possible.
Well, it sounds easy enough.
Yep.
Just to take it and step through that.
Yeah, I want to
Point.
grab him by the collar, hold him real close. And I go, keep it safe. Keep it secret. Safe, dude.
I feel like there's a better way to order those.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Safe it.
Safer it is.
Good luck.
Well, I guess this is where I step away. It's awkward. Well, he grabs the piece from who's handing it to him.
I'll give him my piece. And just,
Alright.
boom, here you go.
And then that means you still have in possession 1 on Ari and 2 on Thadric.
Yeah, I'd pass one over to Garth so that they're even spread.
So you each will have 1. All right.
Yeah.
So he grabs the shard and it's glowing, and he looks at it, I'm just to protect this.
Think you're up for it, bro?
Yet seems easy enough. There's no Keth on my plane, so I guess I must go. It was interesting meeting all of you, and sharing the few awkward moments that we have had. I guess see you around. And he steps towards.
Wait,
Yes.
Ari. You never got to say goodbye the first time.
Wait. The first time? We've done this before?
No, it was
No.
the other one.
Not this. It's the one who's consumed by the Dragon King, and
It's fine.
I'm just like looking at Garth like,
What are you doing?
Good luck.
Well, safe travels. And he steps over the plate on the floor that reads Teldrin, and he stops for a second. This is a mirror. I'm supposed to walk through a mirror. Well,
what? This was a mirror? Did I not
mirror
know
as
that?
in it's a plate that you can style your hair and clean your
Put your
face
hands
in.
through first. See if that works. We
He
haven't
reaches
done
out.
that before.
He reaches out, and as he touches the mirror, it ripples and sucks him in, and he disappears from the group.
Mhm.
Yeah, use the mirror. Okay, he knows. He knows by now. He's there. He's probably there.
like some sort of Stargate situation.
A what?
Stargate.
Thadric has knowledge beyond his being.
Is that one
looked-
word? Could we have used that?
Oh yeah, but we don't know the 7th chevron, so
That's right.
You keep saying words that I have no idea what they mean.
What do you think? We thought
Patrick's
unhindered means
mind.
something totally different.
No, I know what unhindered means. I don't want to go back to Nier.
You don't want. I mean, Garth's looking at Faerun. I'm like, I want to go back to Faerun as well, but
We can take the shards.
Keth is.
After the shards.
Huh.
This is your world, and I'm just hanging out in it. So it's up to you guys what you do.
Huh.
And if I have to DM something incredible on the final episode in 2 weeks, we'll split the party on the BBEG. I'm cool.
I mean,
But I mean, the BBEG could just explode, and you never know. Who knows?
well, because Nier's mine, right?
Near is
Yeah.
yours. That's
Yeah.
That's where you at least figured out where you were.
Do we see anything in the mirrors?
You don't
That is-
see anything. The portals are all kind of ripply until you get past the plaque.
Interesting. Ari, I'm with you. But we know there are ways back. We still have our shards. We could go through this mirror right now. If we stop Keth, if we go through and we stop Keth in Nier, we can take these very shards back to the top of the tower and then go home. I just don't think I can leave him alive anywhere. He's taken so much from us.
We don't even know that he's in Nier.
But that's where we just came from, right?
There was a
Uh,
ghostly figure that looked like him.
Thadric recognizes when you said near as his home plane, and he had exclaimed, "That's mine," and that's where you'd met Thadric.
Yeah. I mean, that being that we saw creating a giant fireball, throwing a wall of undead?
Like,
Alright.
if the thing comes out not on the island, and we have time to like set up defenses, I guess, because he's gonna come for the shards.
Also, where is Barth?
Candy Run.
We just left a child alone again.
Again, this child has been.
That's not
through
true. We gave him
so
money. The last time he had the dog.
He lost the dog.
But I mean, that's so we can't. Don't get him a dog again.
I'm not getting a dog again, that's for sure. Ooh. Look, Ari. I won't let anything happen to you.
Don't care about things happen to me. Care about figuring out who I am, of going home. I haven't been home in how long?
You guys
Month?
are nearing on 7-8 months, up to a year, somewhere in there. Because
No.
he spent time restoring the city of Standing Rock.
I mean, I won't stop you. You have a shard. I wish I could go with you. If Keth were not alive, I would follow you right back home, and I would use all of my powers and all my connections and research to get you to your family. And maybe I still can, but I will be a bit behind you because I will be staying to kill Keth.
Again, my dad might have information about that.
The thing is, it's what I didn't realize is that these are all different places, 7 versions. Kind of thought there was like 7 Fey runes, but in this one, I already do remember hearing Fey runes underwater.
Yeah, most of the planet's underwater, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's islands.
I will not make your decisions for you. I cast Charm Person.
Wasting spells.
I don't even have that one. Oh, but I do. Oh, no, lawful good, lawful good.
Do we have the ability to choose where these shards open portals to, or is it just random?
When Valari set hers down, it opened the home. It is a powerful magic, I think.
Because this is the first time in 8 months that we have seen a place labeled home. Then again, if you guys try to kill Keth without me, you'll end up dead.
Well, now, hold on. Wait, you're just a dude, aren't you? Yeah. It'll be tough.
Now, I will put this out there. We are at a spot that if you players need a few weeks to decide in player land, you can figure out a way to have your rest here and continue forward. If you wish to make decisions, I have things prepared for you. But this is our second to last episode, and we'll have a good finish in 2 weeks. But I'm not pressuring any of you to make any choices now. But you have up to about 20 minutes or so before we want to wrap up, so we're not too late for most of our audience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you.
Do you need extra time, or is it already pretty set?
Do you promise me we kill Keth and then go home?
I do.
Ari jumps into the portal. No, what was
Ari-
the other place?
You want to go to Earth or she goes to Teldrin. She follows the Egress to Teldrin.
Wait, Ari, Ari, there could be an Ibrin in Faerun. And I bet you he does push-ups. Like
I thought you were trying to talk me into going back to Nier.
I'm just saying, what a great thing to wait for. To come in with a story of I killed Keth. Let me put it this way, Ari. This man killed your parents. Do you want to go home, knowing you had a chance to kill him back?
I've technically killed him once already.
No,
Kill
I
him.
killed him. That was me. That was my dagger. I lost it. I get that kill.
We
I did
don't
that.
count kills.
My blink dagger has been gone because of me killing
Our
him.
party killed Kath.
Yeah, but me mainly.
Okay, here's your goal.
Mm,
You weren't even there.
yeah, but I've seen you fight, dude.
I used catapults. You've seen me do that. I'm pretty sure. I maxed it, and I hit him with a dagger. And
Let's
it's
get this
pointing at-
over with.
Come on, that's
Ariel
the
walk
spirit.
towards the mirror to Nier.
Ari, as you step over the threshold of the plate that says near, instead of seeing yourself as you'd expect, you see a gravestone that says Aurelia, birth unknown, death, and it's got a year underneath of it.
I pause. I want to step back and I want to walk up to the Faerun mirror.
As you step up to the Faerun mirror, it indeed seems to be a mirror like you've used in the past. You see yourself fully as you, and there's no differences other than you're a bit dirty and a bit more worn down in look than the last time you had looked into.
Go up to that mirror and tell me what you see.
The Neo one?
Yeah.
I do.
As you step up there, Garth, you don't see a mirror either. You see what seems to be a tomb, not a tombstone, but like a plate on a wall, and it says "Hero Unknown," and it has a year on it as well.
Laughing at that? Come on. I've never boasted. Though I'm amazing.
No,
I want to see. I want to see.
Cedric, as you kind of push up next to Garth, you don't see Garth in the mirror, but you see yourself. You notice your hair is a bit out of place, and you've got a bit of dirt in your beard that you weren't expecting to be there.
Man, we're bad friends. We didn't even tell him about that dirt.
I think we're all probably covered in dirt.
Well, hold on,
You're all
hold on.
kind of dirty.
I want to look in the other one. I want to look
Yeah,
in
me
the.
too.
I want to see the other 7 of me.
All right. So let's go in order. Who steps to what and looks through?
I want to look in the Faerun one.
As you step over to Faerun, Cedric, you actually see exactly the same thing. You see yourself, a little bit of dirt in your beard, your hair a little out of place.
Wait, what was the year on my tombstone?
The year on your tombstone seemed to be out of place. It was a few thousand years different than you believed your birth year to be in Faerun. But as you had been in Nier, you realized their timings were a bit off. So what you expected the year to be was not. They were a few thousand years different.
Dad, what year is it in Nier?
It is clearly the year that I tell you now.
Just give me a number, whatever that may be. I don't have
It
things
is-
locked down here.
837.
837. It's 1837.
And what was the year on the tombstone was?
The year on the tombstone was about 10 years prior, so about 1827. You remember you were somewhere in like 2270, if I believe correctly, in Faerun.
Ari's just trying to gauge, is this that the Ari in near that it's her?
That's what I think. Here, I think I'll answer that.
Okay.
Garth goes over to the Earth one.
Yeah. As you step up onto the Earth one, you see a young man sitting in front of it seems to be a big glass plate, and on that glass plate you see images playing, very explosive images and various other things that are kind of disturbing to you but also intriguing. There's lasers being shot out of some metallic cannon that the man on screen has, and then you see the man on screen is dressed in a green metal armor and turns to have a big triangular sword stuck to his hand, and he starts slicing through what seems to be bunches of enemies, and then explodes, and the plate glass turns red and says "You died" in common on it. The man sitting in front of the screen throws some strange device with buttons and knobs on it down that's attached to a string and storms off, and you recognize that figure to be somewhat of yourself. And you just are left watching this man prepare a meal in a strange kitchen environment. Woods and stones of finer qualities than you've seen in kitchens around the last few towns that you'd been in. He mumbles to himself and then says something like, "Computer, play music," and then music starts playing out of nowhere.
No,
It's-
you have to say, Alexa, play Final Countdown.
And all three people with an Alexa nearby start getting Final Countdown playing on them.
That's my favorite thing to do to POTUS, by the way.
Perfect. So you see someone who is playing something on a screen or watching something on a screen made of glass.
Yeah. Interesting technology. I think, if I remember correctly, these are all just different versions of ourselves. I was dead in here. I think we had already determined that.
Okay.
That is why we are here.
Well, I'm the same.
Well, you must be still alive in Faerun then.
But like the exact same? Is there only one of me?
I don't know. Check a different. Check Earth. Check Teldrin.
Yeah, I want to go look at the other ones.
As you step over in front of Earth, you get a mirror exactly the same, dirt in your beard, hair disheveled, and you rush over to Teldrin, and it's the exact same.
I think I'm unique.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yes.
Well, that's sad. I wanted to build an army of Thadric.
Huh.
Okay, well, now that I know it doesn't mean that I'm gonna die if I go through this mirror, I guess we can carry on.
Hey. We can do this. We've killed him before. We're stronger now. We got this dude. Solari's not gonna accidentally blow up right next to us. Although, definitely could have helped. Somehow her chromatic orbs are the most powerful spells I've ever seen. But yes, I promise you, you will get home.
Okay.
Maybe you too, Thadric. I don't know. I mean, you got a lady, so I'll work on it.
I mean, if we're fighting him near, then I'm like already home. So
Yes, but I mean, like for you, it's a shorter journey, but also longer.
well, I've got to reconcile with my wife.
Ex-wife? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that
Yeah.
works
Oh,
out.
did she get half my stuff?
She got all of it, man. You should check your pockets.
I don't want to say anything bad to discourage you from getting married.
Why does marriage keep coming up? It happens a lot for a group of single adventurers.
What else are we supposed to talk about? That's the next big step, right? The next big adventure, marriage.
Doesn't have to be.
To die would be a great adventure.
To live would be an even better one.
Wow.
Oh no, she got half my XP.
Oh man.
All right, let's get on with it.
Ladies first.
Go through the mirror.
Mainly to make sure she actually does.
As you step
Hey,
through,
Garth, want to play a prank? Let's go through a different mirror.
as Ari steps through the portal that shows a tombstone, she feels time and space kind of warp around her, just like they had as she was following the rope across earlier, and lands on her feet. And she looks around the room, and as she looks around the room, she sees she's back in the wizard's tower, the mage tower. And she sees a portal off where she saw Valari leave, close back up. Both of you are following behind or waiting? What is
Yeah.
your as you follow behind, you land in step just behind and catch the tail end of this portal closing up, and seem to be back a few moments before the time that you had left. Back in the same mage tower, you hear some fighting below. You hear hordes of undead outside.
I look for Panthros.
As you run to the edge and you look over, Panthros and the unicorn are fighting and slowing down and tiring a bit. And you notice the same figure comes floating up and over the edge of the cliff. And as it does, it moves forward towards you and it flicks its wrist. But as it does, you see a sputter in its flight as if power was immediately lost. And as it sputters and flutters around a bit, takes a nosedive and crashes into the cement and the stonework in front of the mage's tower. Instead of throwing the wall of undead, it torpedoes down into the ground and leaves a big divot right outside the door of this tower. Things have changed a bit. It seems that there's less power in the being that you're facing now.
See, look, we're already doing better.
Hard to do worse.
All right. Well, he's downstairs. We want to make a grand entrance, just jump from here.
Well, like, is
I
there
don't-
another level up?
No, you're at the top level of the mage's tower here.
Ariel grab her sword and shield and start heading down to the bottom.
With Ari in the lead rushing down, Thadric, Garth, are you in tow or are you going to try and fire some shots or jump down from up here? It's about a 45-foot drop if you were to decide to leap off.
No, I want to go down through and make sure that the stuff that's on the table is the same or what's changed about it.
Yeah, as you rush through, and Thadric, you are looking around through the rooms. It seems as if you were just here moments prior. And nothing seems out of place, including some of the spots where you saw Valari rummaging through some of the tables. The mess is still there and somewhat laying on the floor. Down to the bottom level at the door, it seems very similar. The way it was shoved up tight with a table leaned up against the door to keep it as tight as possible from being opened. And it doesn't seem like anything else has changed other than the power of your foe. It's a mere few seconds as you hustle down to try and get the jump on the enemy outside of the door.
I think I am going to. I'll be like, all right, you take the stairs. I'ma make an entrance. And as I kind of like hear them close in on that last level, I go over to like the edge. I walk out the door and I pull myself up onto the railing, and I just look down and I say, Keth, you're about to get wrecked. I swan dive, do a quick flip in the air, and as this all happens, cast polymorph on myself and come down as a giant ape right at the foot of the tower.
Right at the foot of the tower. So you drop right near him at the foot of the tower. Ari, Thadric, do you kick the door open? Do you stay inside? What do you do?
I mean, when we get to the front door, I would imagine run out.
All right. So as you run out, you see this ape drop right next to you. Possibly a bit startling, but knowing that Garth has done this thing before, maybe a bit relieving. Out of the rubble, the skid mark, the six-armed creature stands up. Its skin a little less tight to its body than you'd seen it prior. It seems to be deteriorating a bit more. And as it stands up, it has a very evil pointed teeth grin across the group. And it looks at the group, and you hear a I get to kill you all now. This will be fun.
Ari's tired of his monologuing. She's just gonna run up. He's what's kept her from going home, and she's pissed.
Oh, good. She doesn't blame that on me.
And is gonna come down with her long sword
As Ari
to stop
dives
the
down
monologue.
and slashes with the longsword, the same tear in space happens that they had seen Barth from earlier. And as the tear in space happens in front of her, she gets kind of sucked into it and disappears out of view of Garth and Thadric. And as that happens, Ari, you're dropped onto your butt onto the same cement floor, the same floor that you had been on prior, just a few minutes earlier, in front of the portals. And as you're dropped onto your butt there, and it's a bit jarring and out of place, you look to your left and right, and behind you, the tunnels and the hallway's all gone. The portals sit in front of you, and you see what you believe to be Barth standing and staring through Teldrin's portal. And you hear a little bit of a cry and a
Barth?
Who's there?
It's Ari.
Ari! And he runs up to you and he sits down next to you.
Where's the rest of everybody?
We thought you were getting candy. The walls fell away. They're in near. We have to finish Keth.
So I went to get candy, and when I did, I jumped through the portal, and then it dropped me right here. And there was no library. And I looked in the portals, and I saw that one over there. It looked like me. And I was doing something like, I don't know, I had a white robe on and a black belt tied around it, and I was kicking wood. And then the next one over, well, I saw a tombstone that said my name on it. And then the one that says Ner, I saw me reflected back. And then in this one, I saw another tombstone with my name on it. What is this place?
It's where the dimensions meet. I saw my tombstone too.
Oh.
It's just the different versions of you on different worlds.
What's the mirror?
The mirror is the portal. It's showing you your existence on that other dimension. But your home is in near. So that's why you see just your face.
Okay. I did get some candy.
And he pulls out a little bag of chocolate.
Can we sit here and eat this for a little bit?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
But then we have to go kill an evil elf, okay? Or maybe, do you have parents? You don't have parents, do you?
No.
I might have a secret mission for you, and then you can come live with me if you want. But
Okay.
let's eat some chocolate first. And
Let's eat some chocolate, and yeah, chocolate makes me feel better.
Me too.
He sits down and sighs and starts to tell you stories of him and TikTok fighting. And you can see his spirits lift as he eats some chocolate and shares it with you. And back where Keth is at, Thadric is standing there at the ready next to a large ape on the backside of Keth rising out of the rubble. There's Panthros and the unicorn. And Keth is surrounded. Ari has gone missing from this realm. And it seems that Keth still has enough power to banish those who directly attack. So, with this battle sitting in front of the party, and unknowingly Ari taking the first breather she's had in a little while, we'll return in a couple weeks to see how this plays out, with Ari and Barth figuring out a plan, and Garth and Thadric and their 2 animal companions ready to take down the big bad. So, with that, we're going to stop here. We're going to draw a couple winners, and we're going to give you guys some stuff. And as we're drawing winners, stick around because we want to congratulate you if you're here. We will also go raid another group. So stick around for just a moment as we draw our winners. And I will say, closing our giveaway.
You can no longer enter the giveaway.
Oh no. Anyone who gets drawn that's from the cast here. So if
Wins
it was,
twice as much.
Yeah, wins twice as much of nothing as we would have given you before. Because you get other stuff. You get to play D&D live on air.
Yeah.
So if any of our cast or crew or accounts of that sort gets drawn, we'll disregard that. So I'm going to draw the first winner. The first non-cast or crew winner gets the dice.
Ooh.
Real fight? Nope.
Yeah.
I quit.
Let's see here. Nope. Lynn Sarton, come on, party people. Hear me, Dragon.
Dragons won the giveaway.
Here we go. Nessie gets the dice. Nessie, if you're still here, these beautiful dice are yours. You will get these in the mail, so please DM us the address you'd like them sent to, or you can message me on Discord. I believe it's Sarton Pound 2049. You can find me in the Discord there as well, and I can get that shipped out to you. You'll get some stickers and some pins with it. But the 2 other winners, they get stickers and pins. It's Lucas Martinez. Please send me your address. We'll send you some stickers and pins. And let's see, Penguin Witch Doctor, you get some stickers and pins. So we're going to give those out to you guys. And we will make sure those get sent out this week. So you should get them hopefully by end of week before next show. So you can sport them on your side of the screen. Not that we can see you, but we'll know in our hearts that you're supporting.
Post a picture on Discord.
Post a picture on Discord. Message us.
On all the socials.
On all the socials. We can repost your picture to say our fans are ready for the final episode of this story arc here. And with that, Sir Hoy, who are we raiding tonight?
I don't know yet, but I put him in there.
We are raiding somebody somewhere, and
Manson TTV.
Hey, here we go. So
They're doing Dungeons and Dragons, and they got 1 viewer. So
we're
let's
gonna raid and cheer 'em on.
Here we go. That's what we do.
All right. Say hello for us. Spam all of the emotes, and off we go. I can't see if we've officially gone, so I'm just gonna keep chatting until we're gone, and off we go. See you in 2 weeks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And ta-da.